We're live once again. ESFL Undisputed 5 Arctic Warfare. If you're on the East Coast like I am, getting some snow. I almost had a foot. I know even down south in like Georgia and the Carolinas, they're getting some snow. So thanks for joining us on this mid-January ESFL Undisputed event. I'm Euler, one of the owners here at ESFL. And guess what? We got a special guest. It's going to be the one and only Feckett, our producer and also co-owner ESFL. How you doing there, Feckett?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here today. I'm feeling good, feeling fine. It's going to be exciting fights. Last undisputed season, or last undisputed fight of this quasi-season, I guess.
Yeah, it's like an exhibition mini season. We had 3 in a row. This is our 3rd straight. We actually had a few exhibition as well during launch in October, but let's just say we're going to take a few weeks off. We're going to get back to some UFC, of course, because ESFL, we love our UFC 5, so stay tuned for season 2 and some details on that. But in the meanwhile, we're like, look, let's get some Undisputed in, having some fun. There's also a test environment out. I haven't been able to play it. Unfortunately, I've been so busy this weekend, but it looks like from what I've heard from certain people that have tested it out, the patch that's upcoming, the next couple patches are going to really improve some of the hit detection, some of the other issues that we've seen with Undisputed. But we're still having a lot of fun here on ESFL. I'm telling you, Feckett, and let me know if you think differently. If you get the right type of fighters, the right type of competitors who try to fight without cheese, who try to fight honorably, but still go for the win and make it exciting, this game's already pretty fun. So each patch is going to bring it to a new level, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of those games where when you have your friends there and you've all agreed, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, and right? You get out there and you can pick who you want, you can pick who you want, you can fight how you want. I think this game's in a great place for that. Where maybe it does lack a little bit is right, the competitive scene can't have disconnects. We had a couple of those last episode. We can't have those, yep. Right? Can't have the random phantom punches and stuff like that. You know what? I really want to know though how that last round, how the last round is not getting scored, right? Is that what's happening occasionally?
They said they're going to fix that. They're going to fix that allegedly. But yeah, you're right. Like round 10, if you go to the decision, 10 round plus. And we are 10 rounds here, not 8 rounds. ESFL were 10 rounds or 12 for the main and co-main. The 10th round is some sort of bug where it's not being scored. They said they're going to fix that, but that just like came out of nowhere. Well, didn't exist before. So
yeah, and I think I saw it on ranked a couple times, but I wasn't really sure if that's what was happening. So it was like, and it's tough too, right? Because when you win, you don't even care. When I knock them out or I win the decision, I don't even care whether or not I won that last round. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Doesn't matter. But on some of these really, really close ones where it's the last round is going to decide this thing. Well, yeah, I want that scored, right? I want that scored.
Well, that's why we can't have a competitive. That's why we're having an exhibition. We got 9 fights today. Without further ado, because these fights sometimes go pretty long, let's just go to that first one. What do you say, Feckett?
Okay, should we take a look at the card? I'm sorry, I didn't even pop that card up.
Let's look at the card.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look at the card. I'm sorry.
That was all my fault. I'm a horrible play-by-play lead man.
No, there's a lot of moving parts today, everybody. So we're just gonna, we're gonna be real cool. We're all gonna be a bunch of Fonzies, and we're just gonna. Here's the card.
Hey, here we go. Easy work versus versatile, the one and only. That's our de facto exhibition championship of the world. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. They're both undefeated, 2-0, headed into this 3rd event of January. Easy work versus style. That's freaking awesome. K Young Butter making his return versus the Pug. Pug's been kicking ass, one of the lead wranglers here at ESFL, and he just backs it up when he's actually fighting too. Like, he deserves this co-main. He's not getting special treatment. But of course, K Young Butter, ESFL Live Vegas alum, and also our very first Undisputed season back in 2023. He was part of that. EK Warrior versus Treehouse. That's just going to be super fun all around. So, Feckett, we got that plus some really interesting undercard fights. What do you think when you take us all in? What's your thoughts?
The first thing that it jumps off the page, obviously, I think is probably the Treehouse fight for me. Just and EK Warrior and Treehouse, 2 guys that I know a lot better through our EA UFC 5 seasons and 4 and so on. I guess excited about K Young Butter, right? Because he was chirping, yesterday or last weekend in YouTube that he didn't get to fight, and so it's like, well, here's your chance. Let's see what you're gonna do, right?
I like it. I like it. Hey, first time chat. Nadat wins. Win is ESFL UFC. Be on the lookout. UFC 5. We're gonna have our second season. I think in February. We're having an owners meeting in the next week or two to finalize plans. So stay tuned. All right, let's make this happen, dude.
All right,
I think they're ready. Eagle and Brawlic Bull. Eagle MMA is a vet of ESFL. But Brawlic Bull, I believe this is his first go around. So they're in the selection screen. Looks like Loma versus Terrence Crawford. Who knows if that's actually what they're going to do, but I'm going to be like, go ahead and lock in, gents. Doing some. We're going to break the fourth wall. It's the fourth wall, right?
Yeah.
A little bit here and there, but it's a little like this is behind the scenes peek at ESFL.
See what these guys bring.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
First of the night.
This is exciting. He's got the Lomachenko pick. I really like Lomachenko in this game. He's exactly like you'd think he is, where he doesn't have the most power in his weight class, but he's fast. He's fast. He has good combinations. He does more damage as he connects more often.
Exactly.
I don't think he has a switch penalty either. So that's you can do some damage with him, some fun stuff. Oh, okay, we're just having some e-shows.
We told them to lock in. We'll see if they're doing it. Lock in, Brawlic Bull, casual mode. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Right. We're good. We're good. We're getting not only working out some of the kinks in the broadcast, but working out some on the back end. But hey, we made it to the first fight. We make it here. Feck it. We're in pretty good shape. Let's make it happen.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds.
Brother is laggy, says Eagle. We're going to get some extra commentary. By the way, folks, in both Twitch and YouTube, I'll be trying to read some comments, making this a little bit of an interactive broadcast today as well. What do you say, Feck? Get the crowd involved.
Yeah. This is I think this is going to be easily our softest open for any show.
Hey, mid-January,
we got lots of
snow
fancy
day.
buttons to press, and it's exciting. Yeah, right? You're having a snow day.
We're just having a good old time over here. I like
It's
the
supposed to be
opposite of when we're
relaxed.
under the pressure, when we're doing events for UFC with thousands on the line. There's so much pressure.
Right. Round number one's pretty exciting. I like one thing I always like about Terrence Crawford, and I like him in real life, and I like him in this game, is you can absorb a lot. You can kind of wait, and you can counterpunch 2-3 punch combinations, and you can just crush people. You know.
Yes. That was a big shot. One thing I am glad, even though it took a little bit to get this first fight going, they're playing like remote play or whatnot, so we can see the stats and kind of the health and stamina of both fighters, which will make this an exciting first match of the night. Really see what's going on.
If you guys want to do that, it is possible to remote play this game. You have a friend that wants to play it, whatever, you can get that going, and it works fairly decently, as you can see here. It works quite decently. Oh. And Lomachenko. That's what you got to do as Lomachenko, right? You move in, move out, 1-2, and just pitter patter. You're trying to hit him as often as you can. Start building up block damage, build up any damage anywhere you can. One thing I think this game doesn't capture as well for a guy like Loma is the that horizontal movement, his like lateral movement, being able to get around guys very easily.
Yeah, the footwork in this game's pretty good, but I would say the lateral movement isn't the best. You can, of course, do the sideways bob and weave, which is helpful, especially for a guy like him, but it's still a little awkward sometimes to cut the right angles at the right time, especially when you're a guy like Loma that relies on that so much, and just being a frame or two off could mean life or death.
And I definitely like that lateral movement animation. One of my favorites for being able to pull off something like Loma can do. I really wish there was some sort of a very tight angle that you can pull on it, where you can like that almost hip to hip and you're pivoting around them. land those, how he like lands those big hooks. One thing though that this game does really nicely is that whole you plant your body, you have faster punches, you have stronger punches.
Yep. I love the power modifier. I think it changes things up a lot. And when they really improve the hit detection, hopefully the net code, and maybe even bring crossplay in. We got to crawl before we sprint. But all that put together, the power modifier is just huge. It can make such a big difference. I love the fact that they have it and they're trying to implement it. Ooh, good shots there. Whose mouse am I looking at then, says JJTNR. Good
Not
question.
mine, though. Not
mouse?
mine. Yeah, it's not mine.
Exactly.
So you can
I
say
knew
what
it
you
wasn't
want.
yours.
Yeah, say what you want, say what you will. I would never make a rookie mistake like that.
Never.
Yeah, don't ever accuse me. I tell you right now, my mouse is hovering over all of the mute buttons because that's where it always is.
Ooh, big shot there. That hurt Loma a bit. This is a PC matchup. We have all 3 platforms represented. We have only a couple PC fights. I think we have 3 Xbox and 4 PlayStation tonight. So we do have all the platforms represented. For the season itself, unsure which platform or platforms we're going to use. Probably not all 3, to be honest, Beckett, but at least I think we're going to go for a couple different platforms. It's really hard to run 3 separate platform seasons at a time, so that's another limiting factor.
There's a lot of moving parts, and I mean, at least in what I've seen so far, it feels like the PC version of it is a little less stable than either of the 2 console versions. I mean, we definitely don't get the DCs, right? So.
Yeah, great point.
But then the crispiness, right? The crispiness.
Like when it works well, PC is of course the superior machine, but it's just like depends much more on your system, what's running on in the background, and just like more issues can come up when you're using a PC. That's all been my 30 plus years of PC and console gaming. I love PC gaming, but there's just always something going wrong or some problem to fix. And if we don't like that when we're streaming this game, but this ended up being a pretty fun matchup. Take a look at this. Crawford's stamina. He's been a little more loose with it, and with a 10-round fight, like stamina becomes more and more important than ever.
I think Terrence Crawford, he had at the end of that round, he was already starting to drop some stamina. I think he's definitely landing bigger shots in that first round than he was in the second round. And Lomachenko's starting to come on here. And he's got that modifier. He's doing, 3% extra damage as he strings together those punches.
Nice. Yep, exactly. Like the combo, each punch within a combo kind of starts rolling. Like good old UFC 2 combo modifier, if you remember that. Oh, nice work here. I'm on it. Do you know which guy's which? I can't even hardly read their names right now.
No, I forgot that they have the name and guest name. Well, the guest is the one on the right. So who was hosting?
What does that even say right there, though? I can't even read what the name says. So it's Eagle MMA versus Brawlick Bowl. I think Brawlick is hosting, possibly. Would that mean Brawlick's Crawford? But I honestly am not 100% sure. If anybody in the chat can help our ass. This is actually turning out to be a fun fight. And whoever Loma is, he's taking a couple big shots. Head health's a little hurt. But he is working the body and making his opponent miss. So
he's definitely doing what I like to see, too, is, there's 2 ways to get out of the pocket, it seems like. You can do that, you throw the punch as you're holding back, and they do that step-out cross or jab or hook. And then there's throwing it and sliding back. And I definitely think Lomachenko's one of those guys that just does better at throwing and then sliding away from it rather than throwing on the move.
Yeah. They got to hit and then run, not trying to do it both at the same time, do both poorly instead of one well and the other well sequentially, right?
Yeah, and it's just, for Loma, he's got his stats definitely reflect him going up in weight over and over and over as the years have gone on. And so in some people's opinion, his power punching has gotten worse, but it's more like, well, these guys have gotten 10 pounds heavier,
True. Yeah, they got a little bit bigger heads, take a little more damage. There's weight classes for a reason, and especially when you start off as a smaller guy, then 10 pounds makes a big difference. If you're already like 190 pounds, going up to 190 to 200 is not
right.
as big.
And it's a trick for these guys. you know, I think people hear middleweight and they think, oh, 185ers, and it's not how it works in boxing. So, you know, it's like
True.
your super middleweight guys are like 153.
For sure, dude. No, that's something that's always nice combo there, though. It's always kind of thrown me off. Whoever is Crawford, even though he's blowing through his stamina a little bit too much, he's catching Loma with some nice shots. It just feels like if he would maybe not, stop his combo just a little bit earlier, like he's still throwing here. He should have caught his breath. Now look at his stamina. He's totally gassed. That's not good for long term at all.
And I think it's kind of tricky to see because it's small, but head damage leading a little bit on Lomachenko. His block damage is not recovering nearly as fast, and it seems like every time he gets touched, it's hurting him badly.
Exactly. Good work here. 4th round coming to an end. CompuBox scorecards had it relatively close, but I feel like Loma's starting to come ahead on the volume side. But if you look at damage alone, Crawford presume would be ahead after these 4 rounds from damage alone, I think.
I think in the perfect world, yes. I think Crawford is dealing more damage. Lomachenko hasn't really used that many power modifiers, right? I don't think so.
No, and I honestly think he can just keep fighting this way.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't get caught by anything too nasty that puts him on his ass.
I haven't heard that distinctive grunt, though, I haven't heard Lomachenko throwing those punches, so.
He's waiting until round 7, round 8 when he really has that stamina advantage. I mean, it's starting to get pretty pronounced here, effective. Ooh.
Middle of round 5, slipping away right now. What Crawford's doing is pretty much exactly what I think he should be doing as Crawford, though. Move your upper body, try to stay in the pocket as long as you can without eating too much, and wait for an opportunity to come through and try to crack this guy in the jaw.
I feel like if he would just throw 1 or 2 fewer punches in those combos, like right there, he didn't need to throw that last one. Even though it landed, he had 0 stamina. So first off, he's putting himself at a big risk of getting countered, but he's also just blowing stamina and not doing much damage. Even though it looked nice to land like 6 or 7, from an actual statistical point of view, he's not winning fight with that when it comes to damage and stamina long term.
And something that's interesting, I mean, it helps us, right, to see both stats in real time as they go up and down. But something I like to use online is sometimes you get hurt really bad, right, and your head is in the red, and you bluff it out. You walk forward, you keep your guard high because you know you can get dropped, but you bluff it out a little bit. I'm not hurt, I'm going to walk towards you. And sometimes it works. Guys shell up and they're like, wait a second, I just hit you with the 3-piece. There's no way. And they don't attack you when they should be,
Absolutely. I was always a fan of getting rid of the HUD after, I forgot what division it was. I think it was like Division 15 in UFC 4. But long story short, you never should be able to see your opponent's HUD in a competitive setting. But it's really nice for us to see it as commentary.
Right, yeah. So it's the double-edged sword, right? I want to see it. I want to see it all the time. I do not like having that information given to my opponent. It's just one of those things. It reminds me, you remember Conor McGregor and Kavanaugh telling him, if you don't want to get taken down, come forward and throw a lot. And he's like, and it'll stop Khabib. And that didn't stop him. But it's an idea. It's something you could potentially do. I try to do it when I'm hurt. I don't know. It's not the wisest thing, but sometimes it gets people off of you.
Right. I mean, what else are you going to do? Just stand there and hope you don't get murdered? Like, you got to either go forward or go back. Don't just stand there, more than likely. Nice, man.
It's exciting.
Robert's starting to take a couple big shots here now, though. Loma's starting to catch, not even with crazy combos or with power shots, just with cumulative damage. There's a good 3-piece, though.
And you see with less stamina, Crawford definitely looking less and less for that counter and more for how he can get out of the exchanges when he does get hit. Last 2 exchanges, Loma just hit him with some light stuff, like check right hook, straight left. And instead of shelling and then firing, Crawford just ate him and then tried to find a way out.
Pretty fun first fight of the night, though. they're fighting respectable. Oh, I forgot one thing I wanted to mention. Oh, nice shots there by both. Kind of early on, we were to start the broadcast talking about your style of fight or a gentleman's agreement almost. But I know you're old enough like me where you used to actually play on the couch against people, and there was kind of like you couldn't cheese opponents, whether it's your brother or your neighbor or your friend. You get punched in the back of the head or get in a fight. If you do that in person, I swear people are more likely to fight dishonorably online.
100%. Oh
Here
yeah.
in the ESFL, people
Not when I'm
are
seeing you eye to eye. Yeah.
I'm just glad people fight honorably here in the ESFL. Otherwise, we shame you.
And we do shame you hard.
Yes, absolutely. For the millions around the world watching right now.
I hate that somebody pointed out that there's a mouse right in the center of the screen, because now it's like it's all I've looked at, in between rounds. I'm like, what's that mouse doing there? I even give my mouse a little shake to make sure it's not me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times, unfortunately. All good. All good. These are the type of notes we'll pass along as feedback to these fighters. So
I like this
doing
adjustment.
a full season, we don't have these.
Yeah, Lomachenko was leading with that lead right hook to start his combination. Now just a straight left from range. Use that to enter the range. Now you're in hooking position. You can just hit this guy wherever.
Nice shot there. All said, though, Crawford got a couple of his best counters in that sequence.
Yep.
But if he had just preserved some more stamina in the earlier rounds, he could have had more damage behind it and could be a little quicker now. It doesn't look too slow, but once he hits that flat-footedness, which is pretty soon, and Loma's got 75% stamina, that's where Loma can start to bring it.
And that flat-footedness, kicks in at 30, and then you have an extra, I think it's 10 to burn. You can go as low as 20 before it caps you. But it's just like in a fight like this, that is not the business, right? To be out there and gassed.
And he's flat-footed right now. Just saw him look like Mike Tyson, stiff-legged.
And the tempo is immediately changed here, right? The tempo is immediately started to move. Loma's throwing more, putting himself at risk more. He knows. He knows.
Yes, he does. He was waiting this whole time patiently. Got some real nice combos in there, but without overextending himself, because he can still get caught if he's too sloppy about it. But that was perfect step back and then right back in, bam, bam. I like it. Very smart. Ooh, buddy. Now, feck it. There's a reason I made these 10-rounders, not 8, because I think 8 rounds kind of lame. I know it's a real length of
in IRL boxing.
IRL 8 is pretty common, especially as you're working your way up the ranks, even 6 or less, But long story short, this is the freaking ESFL, so 10 rounds minimum. In the main event and co-main are 12. I almost made it 15, dang it, but we ain't got that much time.
Well, you know what? You know what's different? Boxing shows. You watch a boxing show, you don't know 5 of the fights out of the 8 of them. You know the main and the co-main, and maybe the opener for the main card. But like the other guys are like, Jehoshaphat from Samamamam. Like it's just
Right.
You have no idea who these dudes are, and like even watching occasionally amateurs, guys just slip by me, and I'm like, there's too many. There's too many of them. There's too many of them, and I get it. 8-round fights, because I don't know what this guy can do, but maybe he can't go 12. Maybe he can't go 10. I don't know.
And they each got like 2 or 3 belts they're defending, of course.
Right. But ESFL, it's like we're always trying to put the best guys against the best guys, and I think it just warrants them giving them 10-round fights. Yeah. Oh, nasty.
Well, there's that risk and reward behind, hey, are you going to try to go for that 5-6 round blitz, but then run out of stamina like it's happening right now, and he's getting tuned up? Because this would have been the end of the fight right here, but there's still 2 full rounds after this.
Wow, I can't believe it. Terrence Crawford just got his block broken in a little exchange there, and then a right hook crashed him, bobbleheaded.
But he's firing back. Decent shot.
Whoop! Well then.
Caught him.
Well
I
then.
love it.
Oh,
He
why you
skipped
skip the
replay.
highlights? Why would you skip the
Why?
highlights?
Oh
Wow.
my God! I can't believe we
What
skipped
a
the
straight
replay.
right
We
counter.
finally. That was nice.
Hey, and that's
That
exactly
was
what I was
nice.
talking about, but in the reverse, huh? Like, uh,
Right.
but Crawford used a little bit of that inside movement and actually got his lead foot inside and through the straight left, which is not what you want to do, but it got him off the center line and it cracked him.
Yeah, it did. Holy cow! He went straight down, face first. Got up pretty quick, all considered. Usually we don't get the replay, but since this is a share play, we had the option. But they skipped it. It's all right. I'm gonna have to go back and add that to the highlight, though. I'm building an ESFL Undisputed kind of like highlight reel. That one's gonna go into it for sure.
We can't wait for the highlight reel. I mean, there's some great highlights. This game looks amazing when it's firing on all cylinders and you're having a good time. It definitely looks amazing, and it lends itself to some spectacular highlights, and it also lends itself to this, which is not us.
Which is not ideal, and not a
Yeah,
highlight, and it's not us. Let's see
this
if we
ain't.
can get them
Yeah.
rebooted and squared away here. If this might, all right. You know what? If this does not reboot, it's all right. We'll call it. But I really wanted to see if Loma had the chance to finish him off. The stream went down, it seems. All right. Seems like the stream went down.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
that's a
still
bummer.
fighting. So we'll see if that stream
We'll try
resets
to
in the
reload
background.
it here.
But
Okay.
yeah. All right, we are able to reload it.
But
Maybe, but it's
it's
very
very bouncy
choppy.
now.
I really wanted to see a finish. We're not going to belabor the point. We'll give it a few more seconds. Looks like another network error. Maybe they're back.
No, I think it's cooked.
Just enough to tease us,
Yeah.
man. It's cooked.
Yeah,
I wanted
this
to
fight
see
is
Loma get that
cooked.
knockout, see if he could, but Crawford freaking had that awesome counter shot with very low stamina, cracked him. But man, that's just too bad. Hey, respect both those fighters. They put on a good fight for the first one of the night. And all considered, I know they were having a little bit of technical issues getting things started. Obviously, it ended on some technical issues. There's a little bit of lag, but that was still a super fun fight. Eagle MMA and Brawlic Bull. He said he quit, but I don't know. I think it's more of a stream issue. It's all good, Feck. We're going to move on to the second fight. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna move us to the second one. But I mean, a great fight, two great fighters. It's fun watching the high level fighters use their stat. I mean, it's a little more even when they're both equally statted, right? But
Yep.
it's really fun watching someone use Lomachenko as Lomachenko and use someone like Terrence Crawford as Terrence Crawford. I like when people run a little bit of what their fighter actually does instead of the hook.
Oh, for sure. And first and foremost, I'm a Joe Frazier player, so I can actually do hook. But he's one of the only.
You're allowed to. Yeah, you're allowed to.
One of the only. But I just loved how Loma survived the onslaught early on, got that stamina advantage, started to unload and got some real nice 2, 3, 4 shot combos, but still got cracked by Crawford because he was still chucking some power shots with that timing, trying to find it. Really wish we could have seen how that ended. I'll try to see if I can match those guys up again in the future. I'll make a note of that. Feck it. We got Lankosaurus Rex versus King Finesse next, though. You ready for this, sir?
Oh yeah.
Let's tell him to lock in then. Carl Froch, Sugar Ray Robinson.
My boy! My boy!
For real.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. Carl Froch. Come on now.
You use him southpaw? Because I know a lot of people switch him to southpaw. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it's like, that's just kind of the
He's interesting. I mean, his main thing is straights, right? He has a an 88 punching power in straights, I think, or something. I use him in standard. And something that I was going to point out in the last fight, and that's another reason why I'm sad that it's gone, is that was there were two fighters that fight with their dominant hand forward, right? Terrence Crawford fights with his right hand forward, or his left hand forward, and he is flip that. Fights with his right hand forward. He is right-handed, and so does Lomachenko. And they say that it gives them a more offensive jab that keeps people off of them easier. And in Terrence Crawford's case, I think he also broke his hand a bunch of times, so he just prefers to have the lighter punch be on the broken hand, his heavy punches be on his
Okay.
left.
Interested for sure. I always talk about Roy Jones Jr. I talked about him last week even, but same thing where his front, his left hand, he's orthodox, is actually a more powerful one.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of fighters are doing now, and I really, really like it. I was breaking this down earlier in stream the other day where there's a lot of boxing techniques that are old that seem to be like rearing their heads in MMA now. Like dirty boxing, a lot of dudes are just not dirty boxing, but some guys are figuring out that Roberto Duran like grab and hit. And I'm like, I love that. I love that. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this lead hand forward.
Yes.
Give me that Bernard Hopkins vibe.
It's so hard to do the clinch properly in UFC, like to actually like emulate it in the game or have the game mechanics emulate it. And in this game, they just got rid of the clinch because it was so broken. I can't wait till they actually make it so dirty boxing is viable, but also has a risk where you come in and you can get caught. Kind of like, what was it, DC, that uppercutted Stipe on the inside? Bam!
Right, yep. And then,
right? One of those.
He wobbled him, and then he just turned him. Little head control, turned him, and boom, right hook on the break.
Yes, beautiful work. So anyway, in boxing, that needs to happen in UFC as well, but I can understand it's just so difficult. Oh, big shot.
That's what I love about Roch, though, okay? He takes these tremendous shots, and then he goes out there against a guy like Taylor or something and just drops him in the 11th round, 12th round, and he's like, whatever. That's what I meant to do.
Yeah, it's just, make it more entertaining. You know what I mean? Got to give the fans their money. Woo. Sugar Ramos is no joke, though. Of course. Is he the highest rated boxer in the game or damn near?
Probably really close to it, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
There aren't too many guys that push. I don't think there's anybody that pushes over 95, so.
Yeah, what is he? Is he 94 or 94?
I think he might be a 94, 93.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I told the guys, like, don't have to use meta characters. This is just exhibition. We're just looking for people who have put on good, fun fights. But I also said no boxers are banned. We don't like to ban a box. Big shot. Look how hurt his head is, too. We don't like to ban fighters or boxers in the ESFL, but also, we do ban mirror matches. I will say that.
It's funny, like, EA sort of figured it out, right? By doing the alter egos. So you like, hey, I want to play as Diego Sanchez, but he's trash. So what do? You give me Ultimate Fighter Diego Sanchez. Now I can rumble with a 5-star character just like everyone else, but I get to be a Diego. This game doesn't really have that yet, right? What you see is what you get.
Definitely. That's actually one of the best parts of UFC 5 is the alter egos. I love that. And but in this game, every new fighter or version is a paid DLC, unfortunately. But they've had some pretty cool DLC boxers. I haven't bought any, not going to lie.
I bought them all. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, feck it. All in.
Had the big Christmas Steam gift card burning a hole in my pocket and purchased them all. I mean, they're fun. They did the classic, like, man, don't you really want Eric Morales? And you're like, yes, I do want Eric Morales. And they're like, here's 2 alternate skins for, who was it? One for Fury and one for Roy Jones. And I'm like, well, I don't want these. $20! I don't care.
They're pros at that.
Yeah.
But as long as they keep improving the game, I understand they got to get money. Is what it is.
This right here is exactly what I want to see, though. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That straight right, left hook to the body is exactly what I want to keep seeing. That's how you get people down, as Carl Froch. Straight right, left hook to the body.
You called it perfectly, Feckett. 110% perfect. Can you walk us through that again?
It's just, he was leading, as I often do. You lead with the left hook, you go with the straight right, as Carl Froch. You always want to get the straight right in there because that's your money punch. And he decided, what if I just lead with the power punch and go to the body? And if he doesn't respond, then I can go back upstairs. And that's exactly what happened. He went to the body a couple times, and Robinson just shelled up. So there you go. Yeah. Go to the body, bring his hands down, come up top. Left hook, right hook, drop him.
Lankosaurus Rex, big shot, love it. We'll see if Finesse can not only shake the cobwebs out of Robinson's head, but also kind of get over the shock. I mean, some boxers, some competitors here in the ESFL even don't get rattled at all by that, but some can start to question like, oh man, what did I doing wrong? I need to gel up a little bit, and that could, maybe that's good, maybe he needs more defense, or maybe that's the exact opposite of what Finesse needs to do.
And
It's
it's
up to
like
him to
it's
find out.
tricky. It's two guys that are like boxer punchers all the way, right? They're somewhat boxing. They're trying to hit you hard. Somewhere in the combination, they're trying to hit you hard, and so it's like they're both trying to do the same thing. And when that's happening, and one guy gets the drop first, well,
Right.
sort of changes the whole game plan. Something Finesse maybe can do here, lead with that body hook just like that, and try to get Froch thinking downstairs, and then come upstairs with straight right, I guess.
Dang. Those kind of perfectly balanced or damn near balanced with speed and power and accuracy boxer punchers, man, that's very dangerous to go against because they can hit you with a 4 or 5 piece combo that's real light, bang, 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 bang. Or they can sneak a power punch in as their second or third
Exactly.
punch, and you just get cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
Nice double hooks to the body. And that's what I'm talking about. Hooks to the body and a straight right upstairs. If you're Robinson, I feel like that's how you do it. Yep, go to the body and try to bang upstairs with a straight right and catch Froch sitting on the straight line. One thing Froch doesn't do is move a lot. He wants to bang with you.
And Lankosaurus Rex wants to bang too because his head health is at like 20% in the red, and he was still coming forward, throwing shots. So it fits him well, apparently.
I think Finesse doing a good job too at like getting out of there when he's just a little bit hurt. And Lankosaurus definitely wants to sit there and engage in some type of firefight like that. He wants to draw him into a slugfest, though, not a boxing fight.
Oh, big shot. And hey, I'm glad the ref wasn't in the middle of those two. He might have got knocked out himself. 1% stamina regain, 2% health. But this is one where we can't see both fighters' stamina. I bet they're relatively close, just like these scorecards on CompuBox.
Yeah, it's that big one, the big drop in round 2 that gives Froch the ability to even up. And that's sort of maybe how you should play Froch. You're not necessarily looking to win a ton of rounds, as long as you can get a knockdown or hurt him and set up something for later. Right? I want my knockout. I'm not trying to go to decision.
Sugar Ray Robinson, like, you can't fight fire with him, especially in the early rounds. Too fast. But set some traps, get some good counters, and get them later on, and cumulative damage. That's where it's at.
And I think 10 rounds we get a little bit of the Froch downside, right? Like he recovers less stamina after round 8, I think, or maybe it's round 6. But he every round he recovers like 1.5% less stamina. So use your block when you can, throw your big punches, but like you said, you don't want to fight the fire with the fire. I think in the earlier rounds,
it's definitely risky. But I mean, Lankosaurus kind of won one of their biggest firefights with that big shot. So hey, maybe he wants to roll some dice, but still smart to maybe wear out Ray Robinson and get a little bit of a read on your opponent too. Big shot, big shot.
And those are power those are power right hooks, huh? So yeah, Froch is stalking him a lot here, trying to make sure that Robinson doesn't get off in space too often. That right power right hook, whilst being a power punch, is pretty rangy. Seems like he catches him coming in and going out almost every time with it. So you want to stay right here. Maybe that's what Lankosaurus is doing. Maybe that's what he's responding to.
Right. Yeah, and I did mention it a little bit earlier, The hit detection is being worked on. There's a test environment. I didn't get to try it out yet. You didn't? Did you get to try it out? You heard about that, right?
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's probably in the public play test, right? So if you guys don't know it, you right-click your app in Steam and go down to settings. And you can switch over to what type of load it is, and you can switch it to the public play tests.
Yes, and I've heard, you know, mixed.
Oh, that's not us
That's
again.
not us, I'm sure.
Yeah,
again.
that's not us. Maybe it is us. I don't know. Is it us?
It is us.
It is us. The game. Well,
The game. We're fighting through it, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it was us. I think we'll come back.
All good. It's our usual.
Shouldn't be usual.
What? Okay. We'll keep rolling with it while I can. Nice. Lakeosaurus is throwing, but he's hit with a big shot. Look at that head health. But he's still coming forward. Carl Froch, a.k.a. Lankosaurus Rex. One of the better names out there. Big right hand.
Huge straight right. Huge straight right.
Ooh.
Yeah, Carl Froch just got to walk him down.
Got 46 seconds left in this round. He's got him in the corner, but he's able to back out. Finesse surviving here.
In those situations, when I get guys rocked and they're obviously holding the head because they're rocked to the head, that's why I think, you know, Carl Froch is so fun. He hits so hard, you can go anywhere with power and drop them sometimes. Even if they're not hurt to the body, you just throw like 2 power punches to the body. What a down!
Laid out. I love it. I think he got a little too much, you know, aggression there. He was feeling like he was going to get his knockout, but instead got caught. Face down. That's got to humble him a little bit. Ooh, buddy. This has turned into a very interesting fight now.
See chat saying that maybe Robinson throwing too many power punches. I kind of agree. On the right hands, at least, he's throwing a lot of right hand power punches, hoping to get something big. And I mean, he did get it, so it's can't really fault him for it, right?
For sure, exactly. Ooh, they're both chucking. They're going for more of the puncher than the boxer in this fight, I think. Entertaining to say the least. Lakeosaurus is not worried about coming forward, even when he's got the, you know, the red exclamation mark going. Yep. Caution, warning, you're losing brain cells. He's still coming forward.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think when you can't see both sides, you can do a little bit of that bluffing.
Right.
And some guys you need that. You know, you playing Sean Porter, you kind of need that. Carl Froch, you kind of need that. And there we go. Go to the body!
Oh, caught him a couple times with the body. Upstairs, too.
Power left hook to the body. Boom.
He's after him. Froch has blown through a fair amount of stamina, but he's getting that damage off. Is it an even trade? Hard to know for sure what Finesse's stamina and health looks like. Both of them have hurt each other. I do know that.
And we've had a drop on both sides, right? I believe we've had a drop on both sides.
By Froch,
that's right.
One by Robinson, right?
Yep.
So. Oh. So a couple of the animations in this game are a little jank. I know that they did improve some before launch, and they're hoping to improve some others. But I think a couple improvements on some of the animations, plus improvements to the hit detection and the net code, will bring this game to a whole new level there, effective.
Just need to figure out a way to fix my net code. Womp womp.
Good luck, man.
Yeah. Oh,
If I get disconnected, it's because like the power went out to my cabin. So I got to put a snap here. But it's
right,
beautiful out, by the way.
but stream is being held together right now by hot glue and bottle caps, but we're doing it anyway.
This
Beautiful
is
left
ESFL
hook.
Undisputed 5 Arctic Warfare. Let's make
Mhm.
that, baby.
Froch and Robinson getting slower, but I think this more than Froch, it hurts Robinson, right? Like finesse, a lot of his stuff is landing in combination rather than single big shots,
Right.
right? And if you can only land like 2 punches now, which it seems like that's all he's got in the tank.
Huge body shot against Froch there, though. Not only did it sap Froch's body health, but his stamina went all the way down to 0. Look at his body health. It's that red. It takes a while for your health, whether it's your body or your head health, to recover in this game. I really like that feck. It takes a while to. You can't just suck it up and keep moving forward sometimes. You can
And I like the
feint.
whole like still being rocked after getting down sometimes.
Yes,
Just
exactly. It's
the
not every time,
persistence
but
of
it seems
damage.
to make sense. Yes, exactly. It's not. That's a perfect way to put it. The persistence of damage. Nice left hand, though.
Chopping
Ooh.
left hand. That's what I mean about Froch. You just got to land sometimes, and even though you're low stamina, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. You can throw power punches still, and sometimes one of them connects, and you just crush people. Like that!
Like that. Perfect timing, too. Perfect timing. That power right straight. Just whoop. Oh, no. He takes one for right on the chin as well. I love it. This is turning out to be a pretty fun one, buddy.
Yeah, turnaround fair play. Finesse coming back with that straight right at the end of the round. It just, you can definitely see Froch lands a big shot, and Robinson's, Finesse's first instinct is like, let's get out of here, let's recoup. Finesse lands a big shot, and Asaurus immediately wants to engage him even more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like,
Yeah, Lankosaurus just wants to engage him even more, which is like, yeah, I like that. Blood and guts.
the berserker lifestyle. He's like, I see red. He punched me. I just want to come get some even more damage to me and you. I'll take one to give one, as they say.
This is turning into a classic Froch match, too. It doesn't matter if I'm tired. I can throw the Keith Jardine arm punches at you, and I'll just knock you out. I don't need
Yes.
technique anymore. Technique is for wusses.
Whew. He's come with some nice uppercuts as well. So not only has he landed nice left hooks, obviously the very powerful right straight, but some uppercuts inside, too, for Lankosaurus Rex.
And we don't see too many guys throw uppercuts too often unless they're the body, huh? So there you go. Giant right hand over the top, sending Robinson on skates backwards. And that's what I mean. Immediately defensive, because he knows any one of those touch you, you can go out.
Good work. In the chat, Baron Von Jedi says, bro, these kids don't know who Dina Mean Keith Jardine is. Ooh, poor
Oh,
kid.
I'm sorry. Once upon a time, there was a guy who beat Chuck Liddell, and he was the dean of mean, and I went to his school, and he was a tough dean, but he was fair.
He was tough, but he was fair. Built character. I forgot what he was even talking about, but last night Rampage Jackson mentioned Keith Jardine on his Twitter. I don't remember why or what context.
Yeah, Keith Jardine was the king, man. If you guys don't remember, Keith Jardine used to be the guy that just decided that I don't have to turn my body when I punch. My arms do all the damage for me, and I look like the Techno Viking, so I got a lot of pluses, not a lot of negatives.
Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, man. We're getting into the almost.
Froch is at the stamina
round.
cap limit right now.
Bouncing off of it. We got plus 1% after being at 20%. That's
Okay, so it is round 8. Round 8 and up, you start losing that ability to replenish yourself.
I don't know what finesse is. He is. Oh, nice lead uppercut. Look how bad it hurt him. That one power lead uppercut knocked his head health all the way down to just a sliver. That second one was partially blocked. but he's super, super hurt. Lankasaurus better be careful of acting like he's not hurt because he could get floored or maybe even just flash knocked out.
But you definitely see it, right?
Again.
Finesse looking to land a jab and something else, or a hook and something else. Like, he's not as confident on that one shot power to get him something. Whereas you can, I mean, if you're Froch, if I'm Lankasaurus, I'm leaning on that all the time. Every engagement is a hard shot somewhere.
Yes. Oh, for sure. No, that's your only hope if you're going to at least win on that. And then you can't trust the judges if you're either guy, right? I guess Lankasaurus has got one more knockdown, but he could easily lose this fight, judges, so he's got to go for the finish.
Right, especially when, you know, you're finesse and you've been landing punches in combination all night, so you're at least landing at a clip of 2 or 3 to 1. But 3 huge misses to the body right there. Not that is not what you want.
This has been a very entertaining fight. I'll give him that for sure.
There we go.
6 seconds left, 9th round.
Yeah, if I'm Froch, I don't know if I change my plan. This is what I'm doing. Eats a huge shot upstairs, though, as I say that. Big right hand. Yeah, Robinson relying heavily on that left hook, right hook, power right hook combination.
Yeah, he's been coming over the top of that right hand a lot. I think that's where he also got caught and knocked down at least one of the times, going for that a little bit too much. But he started switching it up with some power lead uppercuts and then that lead left hook. So he's trying not to be too one-dimensional. Here we go, man. 10th round. Let's presume the 10th round won't be scored either, by the way. So at this rate, Lankasaurus definitely needs a knockout.
This is such dangerous, dangerous waters. Like I said, I'm still leaning on low stamina. Froch has that weird advantage of being able to crash you and put your lights out in one shot. But again, Robinson sticking true to this jab and power punch game plan, or left hook to the body and power punch game plan. It's working. He had his body red. He had his head red earlier last round.
Yep.
But there it is. Big step in left hook by Froch.
Ooh.
2 bops.
Oh
the new animation!
I've never seen that one. That's the new one, isn't it? Oh my god, that looks like he was just standing there. And then, I just saw the replay on the stream on my other monitor.
Right, got him with the
the
re-rack. I want the stagger dagger, and he hit the ground.
He was like unconscious, just standing there, and then he took another big right hand, and that was.
And he's still hurt. And he's still hurt.
Back. He's still hurt. He doesn't care. He's the greatest of all time, Sugar Ray Robinson.
But my boy Coral Froch, would you like to shake my hand?
Thirty seconds, last round.
Yeah, just power punch, Froch. Power punch. You got to do this guy like Carl Groves. So people don't get that. They didn't watch Carl Groves versus Cameron Groves versus Carl Froch. He asked Groves if he wanted to shake his hand, like it was some sort of big honor. Oh, very nice. Let's take a look at these decisions. I mean, you can't really look that bad in the mouth, right? He was doing a lot of work there. Won that last round. Looks like it wouldn't even have mattered. It would have been a majority decision if he did win that last round.
Yep, I presume that exactly. So it would have been 80. Yep, exactly. Majority decision with one of those judges giving it a draw. So damn close fight. Even though it was a little, I think we had a small tech issue in between. All considered, those guys left it all out there in the squared circle. Good shots, some back and forth. Both guys, to be honest, got a knockdown or two. And a lot of fun, all considered. Lankasaurus Rex, that was his debut in the ESFL too. I got a feeling he'll be back. Nice. All right. Night is moving along swiftly on Boiler. Here with Feckett.
Wow.
This is ESFL Undisputed 5 Arctic Warfare. I got about a foot of snow outside and more coming down. Without further ado, Feckett, let's get on to our next fight. I believe this is fight number 3, eh?
Fight number 3.
All right, Hensla versus TKK, the Knockout Kings. Social, who I believe was a late replacement, so Eric Morales versus Jesse Rodriguez is at least who they got queued up. Let's see if that's who they actually lock in on. Let me tell them, go ahead and lock in, gentlemen. Let's have another great fight here on the ESFL Undisputed 5. All right, good. Fight is up. Eric Morales on the left, Jesse Rodriguez on the right. It's one of those situations where their Steam names do not match their Discord names, so I have no idea who is who.
We're gonna do this on scent and sight alone.
Yes, we're gonna just pretend it's a real fight. So it's actually Jesse Rodriguez.
It's actually Eric Morales. We've got him. We got him off the couch. I said, listen. We know. You know what? They're adding a lot of Pacquiao's former rivals. Where am Pacquiao?
Maybe that's something they'll break out with the next patch. You know.
How are you gonna give me Barrera? How are you gonna give me Morales? I have no Pacquiao though. Hurts my heart.
I don't know how much Pacquiao would charge to be in this. That was something I was always super impressed with ESBC, and then of course now Undisputed. Some of the big name fighters. How did they get Canelo and Tyson Fury? And of course the legends, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, freaking Ali.
And you imagine, like, it's a totally different beast, right? Like, the UFC, EA, you go to the UFC, you say, give us your fighters, and they say yes.
Exactly. It's got to be way more difficult to get all these individuals. Now, some of them may have, like, share agents or something, but that was always something where I was like, okay, this game could be legit. They got this roster. I'm going to dedicate some time and effort to it, and I think this game is improving every patch, and I'm looking forward to seeing what fighters are next, man.
I like that it is improving. I mean, I thought this was a game that either they were going to be like, it didn't go like we thought it would, and we spent way too much money on it. It's time to get out. But instead, better animations. Definitely, I mean, playing with friends offline, almost everybody I've played with has said, wow, this game feels like a game that I would pay money for now. And it's like, yes, that is good, because they do want you to pay money for this game.
Ridya season or whatever. I think I said it right. But that made a difference. They got multi-million-dollar cash infusion into Steel City Interactive. Oh, nice shots there, Rodriguez. Nice work here. All right, we got some action here. This looks like pretty legit boxing match here, Feckett, we got going on.
I can't remember. I've only played Morales a few times. And I believe this is Social, right? Social is Morales?
That's the thing. I'm not even sure who's who. Let me see if anyone ever answered or we got that.
I think Social sent the invite, so that makes Morales Social. Yeah. But, I mean, doing what I would do is, as Morales, you let someone swing and then slide in with the jab and try to work off of that or get out of there if it's not there.
Both these guys swinging hard, getting good counter shots, but not afraid of firing first. So great first round so far. Both guys got a couple good licks in there. Big shot. Ooh.
Wow.
All right.
Amazing
I'm
left hook
loving
counter.
this round.
Left hooks to the body. You got to do it. I think you got to put that the water downstairs and try to slow down, especially at lower weight classes, right? You just got to slow guys down.
Right. Lower weight classes, 10 rounders. It is really worth investing some of that body work and making your opponent miss and countering to the body. If you can do both of those consistently, dude, you're going to be in great shape come round 6, 7, 8, and beyond.
Maybe this is just some trepidation that comes from playing EA UFC 5, but you know there are way less punishment for going to the body in this game in Undisputed versus UFC, and I don't know. In the beginning of playing this game, I never went to the body because I'm so hardwired. Never do that. Guy will uppercut you. Guy will knee you. Guy will just land overhand right, and it'll ghost lock onto your brain. Like,
Yes.
I'm not dealing with any of that.
110% agree. Like, it used to be one uppercut that you ducked into was death. Oh, nice shot there. They do need to. That beautiful work by Morales. Holy cow, that was such a nice sequence, and he's still
what a
hurt.
rock.
He's hurt even worse, Fecky. Into the corner he goes.
Yep, power left hooks. Power left hooks to the body.
That hurt, man. That is.
Morales got that classic, like hard-nosed Mexican boxing style. Throw left hooks to the body and crumple people.
It's almost like you'd rather get hit with one clean shot that put you down for 6 seconds than like 10 cumulative nasty shots, mostly to the body. Like, that is actually worse, baby.
And they, you know, like all the way up and down, like the history. You got these guys that throw Roberto Duran or you know, the Golden Boy himself or Ryan Garcia. They throw these chopping left hooks to the body that don't floor you in one hit, but they just got to crack you with 2 or 3 of them.
Ooh. I love it. You guys came to freaking fight.
Social getting a little bit sloppy after that. Towards the end of this round. Not that he can give the round away at this point, but some guys get really, really careful after getting the knockdown, right? And some guys think, now it's time to go. I got the knockdown. This is my round. I can do whatever I want.
Well, this is just an exhibition. And I told everybody what we care about is how you fight and how exciting it is, not if you win or lose necessarily. So maybe he's like, you know, no reason for me to be careful. I just want to go for the knockout. Or maybe that's his style, because in UFC and other games we've played, some people with a lot on the line will still fight kind of reckless and crazy. That's just how they are. So hard to tell for sure.
And that loose stance just to get those punches out faster. You don't see too many people using you remember like season 1, it was all about the jab, step back straight, and that's how you smashed people. I don't see anybody really do moving strikes that often anymore.
He definitely nerfed that. I'm not going to say fixed it per se. Improved it. Still got some issues with it. Nice shot over there. So, like a lot of games, it goes through little phases where, like, some things are overpowered or broken, and they fix one thing, and then it's whack-a-mole. Nice shot. Kind of like Call of Duty with certain guns are always the meta, stuff like that.
Yep. And it's still something like, I do it all the time as Amir Khan still. I still do the step back, left hook when guys are crowding me too much, or step back, jab straight to keep guys off of you. But they don't drop you like they used to.
You know what does, and I know you're going to agree, though, is catching them on the end of one of those Carl Froch power right hands.
I'll catch anyone on the end of Carl Froch. I'm telling you. That's the boy right there. Him and Ricky Hatton, those are the guys.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I love fighting with both of them. I'm telling you, though, some of this has to do with the hit detection, so when they improve it and hopefully add some extra vulnerabilities when you lean into punches. Oh, nice shot. That type of stuff will be more viable and hopefully more realistic, quote unquote. It's still a video game, but the closer it can, the risk and reward can be towards real boxing, the better. 66% stamina, dude. That's it. He's taking some big shots to the body and he's blowing his load, but he's also up 30-26, and his opponent probably doesn't have too much better stamina either. So this is definitely a firefight. We'll see if Rodriguez can do anything to turn the tide.
Social doing that thing that I really, really like. Throw a jab out there, hook off the jab, and sometimes you just catch guys standing still because they're like, it's just a jab. I'm waiting for the power punch to actually make some sort of movement, and they don't expect that floating hand to catch him right there. He jab to the body, and he's sitting in the pocket waiting for the right hand, and flicks the jab off of it, or flicks the hook off of it.
Oh, stepped right into it. Tried to time him up, but unfortunately got timed up himself. Devo Time 01 in chat says, is this PS5? I'm actually not sure exactly which one this is, but we have all 3 platforms represented tonight. Xbox, PC, and PS5. I forgot which one this one is, though.
Right, tonight the internet is being, we just have the entire internet of Undisputed.
Yes.
Ooh, nice straight
Exactly.
right by
Free for
Social.
all.
Social doing a great job at stopping just short of his range and allowing Rodriguez to fill that gap and step into something rather than walk straight into him on his own.
Definitely. Well
Rodriguez
done,
getting hit to it. See what I mean? He throws that jab in, and he's just outside the range, and he waits for Rodriguez to throw something with a forward step, and then he lands. Oh my goodness! That was like art.
If Kingsley would hear, he'd be like,
Timber! We miss you, Kingsley.
We miss
Wow.
you, Kingsley. Go Bills. Although I don't like the Bills that much, but that's all right.
Just watched him Da Vinci his face right there. That was amazing. Little slip under the lead hook, getting lazy with the lead hook or the lead jab, slipped under it and threw his own right hand over the top. Crushed
Very
his
nice.
face.
Hadouken. Oh, caught him up nicely there too. Looking real slick with this Eric Morales, man. Devastating too. Slick and powerful. Great work. He's hurt. He's been using loose footwork pretty much the whole time. Do you use loose footwork very much at all, Beckett?
Depends on who I am. Like,
Yeah.
if you're Roy Jones, like you press it the second the fight starts, right?
Sure, yeah.
Some guys I like to use loose if I'm playing Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's not doing a lot of blocking anyway, and I want my punches to get out there quicker. I noticed that loose really helps you set faster more than anything. I mean, there's other advantages, but when you're moving and then you stop moving to try to set and throw a punch, you settle a lot faster.
Yeah, you definitely know what you mean there. The loose movement, just having it available is also a really cool, innovative feature of Undisputed. You know, there's a lot of problems with this game, but there's a couple really cool things, and I think loose footwork is one of them.
You're right. I'd love to see clinching back in as an alternative to taking a knee or running away when you're hurt. Or even if just, you got a guy that's trying to inside fight you. You got like somebody that's like Sean Porter, and they get a bonus for punches on the inside.
Right.
You just clinch
Or
him.
perfect-
Stop that.
Tyson Fury, he was trying to clinch up and kind of tire out Usyk in real life. You know, he's kind of use that his body weight, lean on you a little bit, and catch you with an uppercut.
And there aren't too many guys that have that perk like Sean Porter. That I think it's like 6% increased damage on everything thrown from the inside. And so he's like,
Yep.
he's the guy. He's that guy. You know,
Right.
you get inside and you throw hooks.
My man Joe Frazier's got that as well. He takes less damage on the inside and outputs
Right?
more
Yeah.
damage
Okay. Yeah. That too.
on the
Yeah. You take
inside. A double whammy. That was nice. I like how counter jabs can actually do some good damage in this game and really set up the rest of a combo.
I'd love to see. I haven't seen it too often this season, but guys using power jabs to stop the forward pressure. I do that online. I feel like it's pretty useful. I have people do it to me, and it's really bad. But I get it. Power punches are such a premium this season because you actually have. I don't know if I read it right, but I think there's a built-in hard number before they start draining even more per shot.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
some people in the chat right now love it. They're talking about the feints. Yeah, they need to.
Yeah, Arrow's talking feints. The feints are.
Feints are no
I think
good
they're
here.
still in, right? I think they're still in, but you have to press the D-pad to initiate them, which is really weird.
So I never even tried to implement them in my game because it was so goofy that I figured they would hopefully change it because it was so awkward. But yeah, I honestly don't even know. I thought maybe they removed them as well as clinching, but I could totally be wrong. But no one really uses them, and it's something they absolutely need to add in there, make it more useful, make it more intuitive.
And it's tricky too, right? A lot of guys have similar animations. Only few guys have very unique ones. You know, you have like the leaping left hook from Frazier. You have that bombastic overhand right that the problem child throws. It like those kind of moves. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, put a feint in for those. That way you can actually use them as part of your arsenal. But some of the guys, their overhand rights all look the same, and they come out so fast. It's almost like you can't feint them.
Right. Ooh, nice shot there. One problem I've always found with feints is half the time people I'm talking, I guess, mostly UFC, but in Fight Night or a lot of them, it's like you can't even throw feints because dudes are throwing 100+ strikes around. So if you try to feint, they're just going to 4-piece you in the face because they're just throwing punches the entire time. Now in this game, I feel like the stamina and the counters are enough where if someone's just button mashing on you, you can stop them in their tracks, and therefore maybe the feints would be more useful. But with power punches especially, I think feints would be extra useful with kind of feinting power strikes.
And slips are a little tricky too, right? I don't know if anybody in chat like has this happen to them. They get so it just gets too intense. They get so sweaty. They're gripping too tight, and they move the left thumbstick, and they're depressing it slightly, and it comes out as a slip instead of a movement. And you're like, oh no, I'm standing still, and my head's just slightly off the center, and he's hooking me to death.
Ooh, shot. Venix, what's happening? He says he plays Claw. So using feints is easy. So they do still have him in there. I can't play Claw. I'm too old. I'd get arthritis probably. Pound for pound, KO King. At this point, feints are pointless. Oh yeah, definitely. Your feints would be so slow you would just get caught with a big shot while you're at your thumb up your ass. But you know, maybe I need to bring feints back into my game. Nice shot.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Morales throws that jab to draw something out, and then waits in the pocket just a little bit out of range. And Rodriguez doesn't really throw he's not throwing planted strikes. He's throwing a lot of moving strikes. And he steps into the range and gets crashed.
Third fight of the night. Almost done with the 7th round. Each fight has been unique and a lot of fun, to be honest. So, love to see the competitors continuing to bring it on the big stage, ESFL. Ooh, beautiful left power to the body. Look at that, another power, and his body's down to 3rd health. He backed out.
Sensing something here, huh? Yeah, sensing something here.
Man. Chopping away.
Lots of power shots to the body.
Oh my gosh, Morales kind of puckered up, if you know what I mean. He's just like,
what do you think happened there? Did he just notice that he was on the low stamina movement and was like, "What am I doing? I need to go"? Or was there just like a flipping the switch and it's like, "Yeah, let's just do it"?
I think it's a little bit of that, and I think Morales kind of froze. He was just like, "Oh crap, I don't want to be here. What do I do? I just want that round to end." And he just kept taking those shots. But I mean, if your opponent has full speed movement and you have flat foot, it is a huge difference. And if you keep chopping at that body, it's only going to make the differential larger.
That's a good point too. That's kind of what I was saying. Is KO King saying, you know, he's got to kind of go for broke, and I don't know if he just made the mental decision like, I got to go for this. I got to take this guy out because I may be losing this fight, or if he just saw, oh wow, it's only the 8th round and my man is stumbling around.
That reach difference is starting to close. Rodriguez is able to get in there, especially to the body. Land him. Ooh, he almost got caught big whiffing on that uppercut, though. Morales is trying to load up on the big overhand right as a counter.
Echoing the sentiment exactly, though. It's like Socials needs to box smart here. You just got to box smart. You're up probably on all the cards. Let's just hit and not get hit and win these last 3 rounds.
Head movement. Yeah, you don't want to be this close to Rodriguez, but nice shot there.
Oh my goodness! He ate him alive and threw three-punch combination that all missed, but he is hungry like a fat man on a Christmas ham.
A diagonal head movement followed by the rear hook, that left hook right to the liver over and over. Good work by Rodriguez. Look, that body's still hurt. The long-term health of the body isn't that low, but it just takes one or two big counters, and he's on the floor again. Now he's going upstairs with it. Big shot.
Pretty smart of him, using the last bit of his, let's say, his better movement, using the last bit of it to try to pour it on him and get something, because now they're both last call stumbling. So
last call stumbling. We're gonna have to call that from now on. I like it. Last call.
Definitely.
Last call. Let's
right,
go.
this is second to last call right now, but this is definitely, they're at the end of their tanks here.
Morales is going to have to drop those elbows, but we saw Rodriguez go upstairs with a big left overhand, so this is getting real interesting. That said, Morales has already done a lot of damage to Rodriguez, so if he can just catch him with one of those perfect counters like that, he hurt him.
Right, if I'm socials, that's exactly. I'm still sticking to the game plan of box smart, look for counters. I'm not looking to overwhelm you and knock you out right now.
Ooh.
Power shot to the body might
power
sit
punches
him down.
could be the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for stepping on you there, Beckett. Ninth round, halfway through. Morales has as low a stamina as you could possibly get.
There we go. Yeah, and to chat's credit, the change to power shots on the body, monumental for Rodriguez. Keep doing it. Granted, you're the shorter guy. It's a little bit tougher to get to the body. If you can string two together, what seems to be working tonight is throwing the jab and getting socials to lean back rather than actually, slide back, and then go to the body with something big.
Great point. He's hurt.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
He's like dropping his elbows, but he's getting around the guard.
He's trying to T-Rex him right now, and he just can't catch him.
Oh, that was a big shot upstairs. This is why we make it 10 rounds, baby.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we would have never seen this. We would have never seen how exciting this could have been at 8 rounds. You're right.
Exactly. But do you really think you would, or you feel like you're in control of your Morales? I'd feel like I'm about ready to get knocked out and lose everything.
I feel like I'm still winning rounds, but yeah, the fight itself could be slipping out of my hands.
Oh, we just jinxed it, Beckett, saying it was such a fun fight. We were
It wasn't me.
8 rounds.
I blame King Kong and KO King. I blame those two in chat.
Screen of death.
Why you guys get so hyped about this fight, huh? See what happened? See what happened? You guys got too hyped about the fight.
The bloody white towel. Surrender. Oh, man,
Let's see how it was going.
Fun fight regardless.
Okay, yeah. So it's like I'm saying, if I'm Morales, this is where I'm fighting, right? I know I'm winning this fight. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. But maybe the fight was starting to swing the other way. The actual fight. Maybe not the score.
If Morales was able to survive that 10th round that we never got to see, unfortunately, he would have won. But I'm telling you, man, there was a decent chance that Rodriguez might have been able to finish him, because I could have seen him knocking him down, maybe forced him to kneel. But in one round, that's not much time if Morales was really on his bicycle trying to escape. But I'm still telling you, man, like, if I was Morales, I'm kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because I think he could have maybe got finished in that last round. That was fun as hell, though. I can't believe this is why we can't do competitive right now, folks. There's just too much issues to have hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in prizes and rankings and all that on the line. So get a couple more patches, improve some of the things, but whatever. Still a lot of fun. That was awesome to see, kind of like that back and forth. And especially how Rodriguez was able to work that body, just grind his way back after it looked like he was getting blown out.
And like it's too bad too, right? Because he made the best adjustment that you could have made right there. Like I'm down in all the cards, but my man is tired. He's been tired for the last 2 rounds, and I still have stamina. Maybe I just blow some of this going hard somewhere, and he picked the body, and the body was perfect.
And I'm like that meme where he's got the happy face mask, but underneath he's crying. He's really sad. That's what I feel like right now. It's all right though. We're gonna move on to the next fight. The show must go on, feck it. We got, let's see, is this King Kong TV? Is this the same King Kong, pound for pound? That's KO King. That's not King Kong. I think it's a different guy. Okay. There you go.
It's messed
all
up.
good, all good.
Jinxed King
This
Kong.
is a late replacement. But look at King Kong 26 TV. Look at his record, 148-28 with 1 draw. That's no joke. So looking forward to seeing this matchup. Amir Khan versus Barrera as well. Let me make sure to tell these guys, go ahead, lock in. Please lock in, gentlemen. Good luck and have fun. Here we go. There we go. Perfect timing, baby. Let's do it. Yes, sir. All right. So, Kuno 26. Who's that? I think, honestly, today we haven't had one person's Discord name match their name in game. That is not helpful to commentary. Let me just say that, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good. Rising Phoenix versus King Kong. That's who we got here in this matchup. This is our 4th fight of the night. We got 9 fights tonight. Well, I'm impressed with that 148-28 record. That is not easy to get, especially with everyone scamming disconnects and all types of problems. Like, geez, if I play like that many fights online, I'd probably get that many losses just
This
from
bout is
disconnects, would be
scheduled.
my guess. So, big respect for that record. But, hey, ranked is not the same as ESFL. I've seen dudes ranked in the top 10 in UFC 5 just get their asses smoked. And vice versa, guys who couldn't even crack the top 100 in ranked leaderboards win the ESFL championship. So, whole different game. Here we go. Amir Khan, Marco.
I love Amir Khan, okay? Amir Khan, amazing. But Barrera has a special place in my heart for being that guy knocking out the main man. We need the main man, though. Where is Pacquiao? Come on, I'm banging this drum. Where is Pacquiao?
Only one that would probably charge more money than him might be freaking Mayweather. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pacquiao's got to get in here. Come on.
We were a friend of mine and I were just trying to guess what Mayweather would charge to be in this game. It was somewhere, we got to about 100 million.
I'd be like, my guess is 25% of gross sales. Everything, forever. For every franchise related to Undisputed every game.
Right, and he's on every loading screen. And when it fades out from a Mayweather tooltip plus his picture, it fades into another picture of him.
All right, Rising Phoenix is Amir Khan, and his distance management has looked really good so far. He's been able to get out of the way and land on the end of his punches against King Kong. Still early, though. I see the lag in the top middle, but hopefully they're not experiencing too much. It seems decent right now, but, with the ghost punches, you never truly know. Ooh, nice shot.
I feel like they fixed a lot of the desync over time. I mean, obviously it was terrible when it first started, but
I could agree for sure. It's like a work in progress, and in between patches they improve it slightly, I think, too. So it's like, hey, they're working on the back end even in between patches, but it's still not perfect by any means, but getting a little better. There we go. Beautiful 3-piece to start the round.
KO King talking about the Barrera versus Morales fights. Of course we know that. We mentioned Keith Jardine. Of course we know that Eric Morales Barrera fights.
Oh. Yes, we're not.
Right. You don't mention an obscure fighter like that, and then not know big fights. Come on, man.
Some of the basics. I have not used Barrera either because he was a DLC boxer, right? Yeah.
So that's the thing, like that last DLC, the Problem Child DLC. It's like I wanted to try Jake Paul out. I wanted to play as Morales, and I wanted to play as Barrera, but included in that price was an extra skin for Fury. I'm not talking like the 06 version. I'm talking just a different set of pants, and then they had a different set of pants for Clarissa Shields.
Ooh, big shot. Amir Khan hurt a bit. Honestly, though, that's not a bad combo. I'll never use Jake Paul probably, but I'm sure some people will. But anyway.
Oh, come on. It's fun. You got to do it. He has a unique uppercut animation and a unique overhand right animation that are just mint. You've never seen someone throw an uppercut like this.
I haven't seen the uppercut. I saw the overhand, and I heard, you were talking about that earlier, but the uppercut, I've not seen it. I need to go. I don't know.
They say throw the uppercut from the floor. My man literally throws the uppercut from the floor. Like
hyper uppercut. Pretty tactical battle here.
We saw. Okay, so last. Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, Barrera. Nice left hook, straight right hand.
You called that. He's OP, then he lands a 5-piece.
So when you're playing, and I don't know what these guys are doing when they're playing, but sticks or buttons?
I use the stick. I do use the right stick, going all the way back to fight night. I've always, let's just say, had disparaging thoughts for those who use buttons, but in my older age, hasn't been as extreme.
KO King says he uses both. I also use both, kind of. I use the buttons to jab. I feel like it's easier to use the buttons to jab. It's easier to use the sticks to hook and uppercut.
That's definitely true. And you can throw combos with buttons better. Like if you're trying to throw a 5-6 piece, buttons is the way to go. I'm a purist and I'm an old guy, curmudgeon. So
I do what I can, but my central nervous system still allows me to do.
Yes, I'm a purist. I'm gonna stick to that. Even though, of course, UFC uses the buttons, but EA MMA, big shot there.
Great job by Amir
MMA
Khan.
can use both. I was the only person that used the stick. I will say that.
And Amir Khan, somewhat utilizing exactly what I was talking about, where how people don't seem to be using the moving strikes that often anymore. He hits it really nice. He backs off and he'll throw the jab, and then hit a right lateral movement and right hand off of it. Barrera's tough though, because Barrera has that style where he can box you on the outside a little bit, but he can put his head into your chest and whomp you. And it's definitely not what Amir Khan wants.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Captain Glass.
That's a great point. If you can get Amir Khan kind of chasing you, big shot, nice shot. You can get him chasing you, and then all of a sudden you stay flat and you fire back. Then all of a sudden Amir Khan's in the phone booth with you. That's not where he wants to be.
But right where you saw him right there is where he excels. If he's allowed enough space and allowed to hit from the outside, you're a dead man.
Breathe.
Some of the other DLC characters that, I mean, the first DLC pack had Caleb Plant, which is really cool. And it had Dimitri Bivol, which is cool, but Dimitri Bivol feels like if you made a really high-level calf. Like, he's not super special. He doesn't play super special, but Caleb Plant has
feel unique,
that.
But you know he's really good.
Yeah. You know he's good, and he like one straight right would just drop you. So you can plow through people pretty easily. But I play him like I'm just playing a calf and I'm just terminatoring people. Kind of like Barrera, King Kong right now, actually able to move forward, throwing that right hand and sort of just terminatoring through Amir Khan, the T1000 right now.
Yeah, and Amir Khan does have a little bit of a suspect chin. Yep, and KO King's also saying that in the chat. Like, I forgot what his chin stat is, but it's actually quite low. So that's probably his biggest weakness. If he gets caught clean, before you know it, you might be on the floor if you're Khan. Definitely if you get caught with 2 big shots in a row.
And Amir Khan's like recovery is really bad too. So it's in the lower 70s. Amir Khan's like one of those guys where his recovery, once you get hit, I mean, you are rocked for a long, long time.
I was just watching right there. I didn't even see it go back up. It was like stuck at 50%, still there. Like, look, his head health is not regenning like at all.
Yeah, and if he doesn't go down, but he gets staggered, you guys will see. It takes so long for Amir Khan to find his feet again.
Not going his way in this round. He's taking way too much damage. He did not take this much damage early on, but he's been in the red zone the last minute plus, just taking big shot after big shot.
Oof. Nice counter, right hand on the back end. But King Kong is controlling the actual rhythm and the pace of the fight. Like, they only engage when he wants to engage, and that's sort of the tricky part. Amir Khan is like the feast or famine, right? He always wants to be the one hitting first and hitting often. He just doesn't want to get hit back.
Exactly. Fourth fight of the night. Oh. Almost.
See, that was nice, though. It's a jab cross and then a step back left hook. And they did it again. Step back left hook. Try to catch Barrera. Try to catch King Kong walking in. As he is wont to do.
Hey, he wants to come forward. He wants to get some damage on him. He must know that he's done some good damage. So if you can use that aggression against him, set some traps, it's probably your best option here in the middle round.
Haven't seen too much body work out of Amir Khan either, except for the power right hook to the body. Maybe lead. I'm trying to think of combinations that Amir Khan can do that are safe, that don't get him like disintegrated Thanos snap style, like the second he steps in. Yeah, because he just ate 2 unpower rights, straight rights right there, and it took off a quarter of his head health. Like, this is no good. He can't be doing
Not
that
at all. And as his long-term health starts to get chipped away, he's starting at an even lower area. And remember, this is only round 5 too.
And then also comes the problem of all that volume.
Well, yeah, look at the stamina, the volume, getting caught up. King Kong needs to be careful, though, not to get too reckless coming in, though.
Woo! But it's hard not to when you can just land a straight right and it freezes him up. I think that's the problem. Every time he touches him, it just freezes Amir Khan up. Like, his whole character model gets frozen. Right? It's just like, is it Kuno? Kuno?
I think Kuno might be right.
Kuno?
Whoa, there was some little bit of disconnect action there. But entertaining fight, though. This has been a fun fight, all considered.
And there you go, King Kong. Go Gonzera. He just kind of just walks forward. That's all you got to do, right? You're playing Antonio Barrera. You just got to walk forward and look for counters.
Exactly. No need to. You want to press the action, but more with your feet than with your hands. That's kind of how you want to do it. You want to get in his face, try to corner him, but you don't need to be throwing punches till you're in good range. And he's doing a good job of that. Getting countered left and right, though.
But there it is again. Amir tries to slide in. Barrera just throws the straight right, freezes him up, and it stops all that action. I like Amir Khan. He's just very fragile.
He's super tough to fight against if you can't, keep him in front of you and land. He's super fast.
And to his credit, Kuno doing a really good job at being mindful to not back straight up. He's always moving at an angle and trying to stay away. Goes to the power side a little too often maybe, and that's why he gets caught by the straight right. But
good point. Sure. Gotta be cognizant of things like that. Fewer tools in boxing than MMA, so you have to be more precise both with your offense and defense. Nice shot there. But especially your offense, because if you become really one-dimensional, it's easier to pick you apart. Ooh, they're chucking now. This fight has been a good combination of speed and power, defense and offense, like all around. Some good action, but they're not just standing in the middle slugging it out either.
yeah, that's what I wanted to see, because I was like, I feel like Amir Khan's landing more punches overall, but I think Barrera's landing more counters overall. I see the screen flash every time he touches them, and a lot of it seems to be like, Kuno will throw a combination, maybe come up short, maybe land, and then he'll go to start another one, and his stamina just being even slightly lower than Barrera's, and Barrera having that power, he lands a straight right and it just freezes him, and then, King Kong gets like a 2 or 3 piece off that every time.
Close. I thought someone was about to get floored on that little exchange there, but they both just missed by just a hair.
KO King says Amir Khan's dangerous, great power, elite footwork, elite speed, and a great chin. And I've always felt like Amir Khan has that, in real life at least, Amir Khan has that tendency to wane in the later rounds, and then
sure.
The two attributes that go down the fastest when you're waning is speed and power. So
all you got left is your chin and toughness, and you ain't got as much of that. That's a
exactly.
problem.
Yep.
He's taking some big shots here. Barrera, we know he's got the chin and toughness and just endurance. Oh, nice shot!
Wow, right on the
Beautiful
end there
work.
too.
It was so nice.
Left
I
hook.
got a little too aggressive.
Woo!
Oh my God!
Left hook, right hand. Left hook, right hand.
Ooh, man, this fight is not over yet, sir.
I forget who it was, but some boxing match where they were saying when you see a guy landing the same combination or the same single punch over and over, like everybody knows, and he knows too, like it's danger zone, because there's something in his head is telling him like this is working, and there's nothing coming back that tells me to stop. So
very true. It's just like, hey, this dude's just a punching bag at this point. You can get kind of overconfident in that regard, but you're totally right. Like when you're actually in the fight, it's different. You know how hurt your opponent is sometimes. Of course, you can be faked out. We've talked about that a lot, but on the other hand, sometimes you just got to keep chopping that wood because you know your opponent's just on the edge of crumbling.
And on the edge of crumbling, I still think Barrera has the momentum, but Amir Khan can definitely pull the fight in his favor here now.
Oh, for sure. He's still got a fair amount of stamina. Still very dangerous. A lot of foot speed. He could stay out of range the entire fight if he wanted and just hit nice 3-shot combos and stay on his bicycle. Maybe we'll see if he ends up doing that a little bit more. His standing and banging not working
Beautiful
as well. Yes, very nice. That hurt. Starting to see a little bit of the lag in desync. It's a little awkward, but overall, seems like they're having a somewhat clean fight.
And I like that Amir Khan, despite getting the drop, is like, well, I'm going to stick to this plan. I'm just going to hit and keep moving. Move laterally. Don't ever sit in the pocket.
No, definitely not.
I think it's too easy. It's probably too easy to say, well, I already dropped him once. Let's just put the steam on this guy and put him out.
Khan did a great job of being stuck backed into a corner, but stepping out just in time and countering. Beautiful work there. Use that aggression against Barrera.
Into the round here, and you got to imagine Barrera's probably only up by 1 round right now because of the knockdown last round.
Ooh, hard to say. I think you're right. I mean, overall, I don't know what the judges would say. I feel like, well, here's a question for you. Do you think that the judges fight more on accuracy and volume, or score more on accuracy and volume, or more on damage? Because in UFC, there's a big bonus for damage.
I think it's more damage. I had a weird fight yesterday with somebody where I punched them, or no, excuse me, they punched me 50 more times than I punched them. I'm talking power punches, and they outpunched me like 78 more punches overall, and I ended up winning every round just by cracking him so many times and not knocking him down. Just like I had like 40 something counters at the end, and he had 7.
By the end, was his head health and all that?
Yeah, it was all messed up. Oh yeah, it was all messed up, and he had severe swelling. Doctor checked once in the fight.
Okay, it seems to make a huge difference. And Amir Khan's he's on the wrong end of that right now, because his head health is at least 70, maybe it's at 75% at best right now. Maybe even lower. Look, one big shot knocked it down from 75% to 20%. Not good for a lot of reasons.
Right, unbreakable. They call him Mr. Glass as he gets stormed through right now. And it only takes 1 or 2 to put him out, so... And I think the bigger threat is not so much that it's so easy to get knocked down, it's that Amir Khan goes down. Like he he rarely gets wobbled and walks around in this game. In real life, yeah, but in this game, it seems like once you get detonated on, you are gone. Nice
shot.
Beautiful overhand right gives him a little shimmy, shimmy.
Yeah, shimmy or shit talking we've seen all night. Good timing on it though. Look at that. We're not gonna get this 10th round scored, more than likely, but we'll try to score it ourselves. What do you say, Beckett?
Yes. Yeah,
we are the deciders.
We are the makers. We are the dreamers of the dream.
I love it.
Yeah, Amir Khan changed his strategy up a little bit. Wants to go for slightly more power. Set something up with the jab and land something bigger. Once you get 2 knockdowns, though, I mean, the first knockdown, I think for a lot of people is like the green light, but 2 knockdowns, you almost can't fault him for wanting to put something on him, something nasty.
Can't. Even if it goes the wrong way for him and he overexposes himself and gets knocked out or knocked out himself, you can't really blame him for going to it, especially on an exhibition bout like this where we're just having some fun. So yeah, swag and bang, boys. Let's go. 1 minute, 26 seconds left in the 10th round. Let's make it happen.
Still like I like the responsibility by Kuno. Just I still need to be opening with the jab. I still need to be mindful of getting out of there when things get too hairy. Triple jab.
I like it, man. Amir Khan is fast, even with 1/3 stamina. He can triple up on that jab nicely. He went for a power right, missed it, got cracked by Barrera. That was nice. Good work by Barrera. Hey, they're both going out on their. They're going out on their.
Man, you can tell King Kong wants it.
Yes.
King Kong wants it. He's throwing power only right now.
Khan don't want it. Look, he's backing up. He's flashing red health. He's trying to sneak a right hand in there, but he kind of.
Not bad though. Like he managed his stamina all the way until 6 seconds left in the round before he went into the stagger walk.
Yes. That's almost.
What was it? The last call walk. There we go.
Hey, look, the 10th round got scored.
Well,
what the heck?
You can't win them all.
All good. Super fun fight, guys. Big respect. Love it. King Kong. I think this was King Kong's ESFL debut. I'm almost positive.
Stamina's very close to each other too. I like that. It's a great fight, guys.
Good stuff, man. And that was Rising Phoenix. That was definitely his first stint in ESFL. Love it, guys. Let's just say you might be getting a call back might be getting invited to future Undisputed. Again, this is ESFL Undisputed 5. Arctic warfare, at least where I'm at. I got about a foot of snow outside. It's freezing cold. I know most of the East Coast, even down south, pretty cold right now. Hope you guys are having a good time. We did have, unfortunately, a fight or two fall through, but we got at least a few more awesome bouts lined up for today. We're going to be taking a couple weeks off after today, but let me tell you what, we're going to come back pretty damn soon with UFC 5 Season 2. We're going to come with some fun tournament and just kind of random events. And definitely we'll be back with more Undisputed events. Not sure exactly when we're going to have a full season of Undisputed. Thinking probably the second half of this year, to be honest. Get a few more patches. But we're going to have a couple more exhibition bouts down the line. And definitely going to have a full-on season for Undisputed. And, of course, get back to UFC 5 in the pretty near future. Beckett, it looks like the next fight may be ready. Let's go double check here. We got Outhouse Man, one of the best names ever, versus H. H versus Outhouse Man, and we got a woman's bantam. I'm not sure the exact.
I'll let you say that name. Is that Franchon? Franchon
Cruz de Zun.
Oh,
I could do it.
My goodness.
Jessica McCaskill. That wasn't as hard to say. So ZR, aka Franchon Cruz de Zun. I think I'm saying it right. Look at that. Holy
no,
cow.
I thought I was on the set of Ratatouille when you said that. It was amazing. Like,
that's one of the only accents. I'll tell you this. I'm looking forward to the women's fight. We had one last, and it was actually our first one in the ESFL. Boxing, Undisputed. Women's fight last week. And it was one of the best fights of the night. So they bring the pain. They have enough power to hurt each other. They're obviously fast as hell. And I know H and Outhouse, man, both bringing it. Let's just consider this the first fight of the main card. Because from here on out, even though we lost a fight or two of the main card, this is one of the matchups I was most excited for.
I'm not too familiar with Franchon, but of course I think everybody knows Jessica McCaskill.
Yeah, if you asked me who Franchon was and I just looked at, I would say it's a calf. It's a boxer. Cab. Doesn't look like a real boxer, but apparently it is.
Right, it's got the WWE attire on. It's very nice.
Yeah. All right. Let's make it happen. That looks like a creative boxer.
Yeah. Round number 1, H and Outhouse Man, the creative fighter versus the real fighter. I don't know.
And they're fighting underwater, 10,000 leagues under the sea. Here we go.
Right. Somebody in chat can. You don't know Franchon?
How dare you?
Yeah. Franchon Cruz de Zun.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Kuno 21. Great fight. Great fight. It's been a very fun event so far. Each fight's quite unique. I got a feeling this one will be as well. Franchon versus McCaskill.
It's just too easy to say.
I'm going to leaning on that. I'm about to name my next dog Franchon if it's a female. Get over here, Franchon.
There is no feeling out process in this fight. McCaskill wants to just hit, and Franchon, looking 2 weight classes larger.
No, that's why it kind of looks like a creative boxer, not just the purple craziness, but looks like a beast. Looks like fast, long arms, hit hard.
She's strong though.
Overall, looks legit.
Right,
I'm gonna have to do some background. I'm gonna go look up Franchon here.
Yeah, go do some background research as Outhouse gets hit by the brick house. Franchon. There is no feeling out process. Franchon wants to move forward. H looking to try to land a hook to the body and something upstairs to follow it.
This is crazy. Franchon's debut was against Clarissa Shields.
Let's go.
Well, I know Clarissa Shields. That's back in 2016, so Franchon's been around for a while. Shows our ignorance. How dare we? Ooh, nice shot. Hey, dude, some of my most favorite fights to watch in MMA or boxing, but especially MMA, female fights. Like, they get after it sometimes. So, like to see this matchup. Not, ZR, a.k.a. H. That's a lot of letters. Versus Outhouse Man, I really don't know who I expected to have the advantage here. I guess I probably expected the Creative Boxer, Franchon, but
And it's like
coming here towards the end of the first round, what are you thinking, man?
they have no rest period, right? They're just since the bell, they have been standing in front of each other and slamming, slamming, which is strange. I don't know if you're H and you want to do this infighting. Do you want to be in loose footwork?
No, I don't think so. I feel like this round's been pretty awkward.
Maybe you do!
God, so much
Maybe
about
you
being
do, maybe
awkward
you
and
do.
landed nice. I'm like, both of them are like in each other's face and throwing a bunch of punches, but nothing's actually like happening. And then as soon as I say that, of course, gets rocked. Look at that, lost 16% of stamina. You gotta wonder if McCaskill could just stand there and let Franchon gas herself out. But that doesn't mean McCaskill doesn't have a low stamina either. But holy cow, that's a ton to lose in that first round.
Definitely got saved by the bell there too. I think that power hook to or the power uppercut, the lead left uppercut to the body by H, might have actually or was looking like it was going to drop Outhouse Man. It just the bell rang, and I'm not actually sure if those shots at the end of the bell, even though everybody loves to do them, and it'd be like exert my dominus. I don't know if those actually hurt you or count. Maybe someone does know. I don't know if you can get knocked down after the bell rings and someone's just, the screen is fading out and you can hear people womp womp hitting each other in the background.
Right. Ooh, good shots here. Now they're, even though they had no feeling out period, I feel like now they're actually starting to laser in on one another, and maybe we'll start seeing some real damage come across here.
I think if I'm Franchon and I did that once, yeah, I'm probably just gonna do it again. Stay in the phone booth. I don't really want to fight at space. Jessica, at least in this game, looks, quite a deal faster.
Definitely faster. Definitely. You'd almost. Oh. Yeah,
Speed
yeah.
kills.
I
Speed
agree
kills.
that. Exactly. I feel so awkward in this fight. I can't even call it. It's just like, like they're doing so much stuff and it's not happening. But then as soon as I'm about to say that, they actually land some big shots. So.
Boiler, you can tell it like it is. You don't want to see the ladies beat each other up. You're just like,
No!
you know what? I don't want to see them beat each other up. They seem really nice.
25.
Oh, beautiful. Well, maybe they're gonna have to beat each other up. Franchon, big right hand on the outside actually, even though he'd been taking this fight the entire time on the inside. Left hook to the body. Left hook again. It really does seem like we're on the precipice of a disaster here for Jessica. Outhouse Man needs to, I don't know, he needs to get the respect back more than anything.
Yep. He's catching a couple shots, but you know for a fact it's not doing as much damage. Just by the reactions and how long it takes to recover. Outhouse Man versus H. I just had to keep saying Outhouse Man.
And we were saying earlier how the uppercut is not, doesn't get used often, but that's H's go-to punch. Likes to throw that hook to close the distance and then a rear uppercut to the head or to the body.
Yeah, they're getting after it. All right, now I'm starting to like this fight a little bit more. Nice. Almost no damage. Look at that, though. And 91 health. Hardly any damage to the head and body.
No
Even though
swelling.
McCaskill's landing some here and there, they're just not super impactful. They're not power shots. They're not perfectly placed counter shots either. It's not like McCaskill's building up a huge stamina advantage that she'll be able to take advantage of down the line. I doubt that the Outhouse Man has much more than 71% stamina either.
And getting hit a lot too. It's not just the rocks and the knockdown, the rocks in both rounds, not knockdown. But it's not just that. Like H is hitting Outhouse Man all the time on these exchanges.
Arachnid Soul says feels like Franchon just showed up late, didn't weigh in. That's why it's so much bigger.
You know what? You know what?
Put your
Sometimes the
gear
show
on,
must
we
go
need it,
on.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
there
about
we
how
go. Another
today's
uppercut.
going. Oh, nice, nice. Ooh, that's risky to throw that kind of push off, but it
Man, that is the money shot. That's what I'm saying. Uppercuts all night, even through the block.
nice, man. You're
Redonkulous.
seeing it tonight, man. You're calling these big shots right before they happen, like over and over, Feckett. I love it.
That's what we get paid the big bucks for, bro.
Yes, sir. Trump coin.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, you know when Peckett's in the house. Open the door, come in with the giant. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You can't. It's like H can't miss right now.
I thought those were going to do some more damage than they even did as well.
And I guess that is why we were trying to fight so close, because we want to land these uppercuts early and often, and they are landing. And people that don't use uppercuts a lot, and I don't blame you, because they're hard to land in this environment right now. They don't stretch like they used to. You don't have like the Dalsim, stretch arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't got that anymore. But they are, especially like try playing Ricky Hatton, who's got an 89 in punching power for his uppercuts, and you will be like, oh, this is the greatest punch in the game. Oh, okay.
On that. Oh, nice shot there. Oh, that hurt Franchon bad. She doesn't care. She's still moving forward. Some fighters and some fighter models like have better hit detection, or their punches land better than others for no discernible reason. And Hatton, like you said, has that uppercut that works better than others, whereas some have better right hands, some have better left hands, and sometimes it's based off stats. Sometimes it's just like the boxer's model, and I think that's something hopefully they're fixing or trying to work on with the hit detection, is make things a little more consistent.
Something kind of cool about Franchon, though.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
If you notice how she's just so big that like so tall and kind of rangy, that like she's hitting her in a range that seems like Outhouse Man can hit back, and he'll throw something and it's just like inches too short, and then he gets countered huge.
Yes. If you can make that happen, if you can just barely be out of the way and then get that counter at that perfect distance, full extension, full power, that's where you want to be. That's where each inch, each millimeter matters in the sweet science. Now, of course, there's a new game engine, a little bit of lag, there's a little bit of randomness in there, but I've been able to tell certain boxers and some of our competitors are able to really ride that wave and just barely make your opponent miss and barely get that connection. That's the sweet science.
Mm-hmm. And H showing us how the sweet science works. One of the first just completely in-fighter boxers tonight.
Ooh.
And making it work really, really well. I don't know. The stamina might be the issue as the rounds get later, but the rocks are
right.
I mean, they're pretty emboldening, right? Like you get a few of those and you're like, I can do this. It seems like every time we have an extended combination, not this. I think this right here is probably where she does the worst, when they're 1-2ing each other.
Yep. Which is the opposite of what you would expect straight up, but really the uppercuts have been a game changer for that taller boxer. You're like, oh, I don't want to be like, there's a nice uppercut, but there have been some real nice counter uppercuts that have landed nicely and allowing her, even though she's taller, to dominate inside.
Mm-hmm. And you're also like seeing Outhouse Man trying to time that lead uppercut by throwing his own as H slides in, but it's not working. And again, I think it's just like her model is so tall, like you don't think she can hit you, and then she hits you with something, and on reaction you throw something back out, thinking, well, we're generally the same size. Like,
it throws you off. You're totally right. That's what it is. You're like, oh, I got this perfect counter, but you didn't realize it. You're the one that just got hit.
Body work.
Nice. That was beautiful.
See some more of that. See some more body work.
Yeah. You can dominate with those types of punches, and another good 3-punch, but also inside. But, I mean, might as well work on the outside first, because that's where you really can't get hit.
Outhouse Man, something that he's doing that is keeping him in this fight and actually having some effect is he doesn't seem to freak out when H gets too close to him. I think the initial reaction is to back up, right? He's given it just a half a second to see what's going to be thrown and try to land something on his own or get out of there. And that's again what I think is tricky. When H steps in, you know, he's throwing and you back up on instinct, and then you get hit, like you said, at the end punches where they're whipping you now.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. Honestly, Zed, aka H, aka Franchon, changed up the style quite well and is really landing some nice jabs. And there's a huge uppercut. Like, H is really starting to mix it up, and they're landing. Like it.
That stamina is going to be the tail of the tape, though. 49% plus 1% recovery.
That is pitifully low.
Is that? No way. Oh my goodness. Outhouse is slow walking.
Flat-footed already?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I was gonna actually say Outhouse probably doesn't have much more stamina, but obviously Outhouse got way less stamina.
Right.
Holy
I did not
cow.
think that would be the case. It seems like he's throwing a lot less. Wow.
Some of those body shots have landed, and maybe McCaskill just doesn't have that stamina rating. I'm not sure.
Oh!
No! Commentary curse. If there's one thing we're consistent with today, it's saying one thing and the other person gets knocked down.
Right, just
Franchon
pounced on her. Wow, and that was a one-shot too.
For real.
Wow, that was a one-shot. Let's see if he's going to pounce on her. Outhouse man maybe has an opportunity here.
That's got to
Like
be the quickest we've seen someone blow their stamina and just
Mhm.
totally beat down by the start of the 5th round. Holy
Cow. Cow. Wow, that
Super
changed the whole
Metroids.
complexion.
Super Metroids in chat says that lag must be hurting Outhouse. Yeah, I have a feeling that could be some of the issues as well. Oh, but I feel like some of those counters to the body is a big issue as well. I don't know. Whatever it is, that was great for Outhouse, man, getting that knockdown, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it again. We're going to see if H has learned, maybe I shouldn't just go for the finish straight away.
It's a random $1 million baby reference in chat. Clint Eastwood in the corner, you gotta hit her. You gotta hit her.
Arachnid is one of my favorite fans of the ESFL.
Clint Eastwood wouldn't be wrong, though. Outhouse needs to hit. When stamina's low like this and you finally got something on your side, right? You finally got a knockdown. The momentum is... There's a little respect, finally. There's a little respect.
Yes. Yes. Ooh.
Thank you, Lankosaurus.
Educated jab.
Thank
Yes,
you, Lankosaurus.
Lank.
You're
That
very,
was a super
very...
fun fight.
Oh, yes.
Your name's almost as cool as Outhouse, man.
Right, it's like
I do
a
like
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus.
Okay, we finally reached the point now where both H and Outhouse are stumbling. Now it's just who can land something big, right? We have a knockdown. I don't know if that puts it in her favor. I think it does. We'll find out here, right? Is it 6 or 7 that you find out? I think it's 7, right?
I'm going to say yes, because it's been so long.
I'm going to just agree.
Yes. No.
It wasn't us, though.
No. It is 7, so it's not 6.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's not
it is 7.
9.
That's what I thought. Here we go. And someone said earlier maybe the lag is affecting Outhouse Man's stamina management because he is one of the best stamina guys in the game.
Very possible. Another reason we're doing only exhibitions right now. Just the lag and some other issues. You know, make it a little tough, but still having some great fights today.
Right. So we had a couple Etch-a-Sketch moments where you had to shake your screen to get them to refresh, but all in all, aggressive fights. I don't know. I like this game when guys are trying to hit each other. I've had plenty of fights where guys are playing Amir Khan and moving away from me. No fun.
The goal is to hurt your opponent. Of course, you don't want to get hit either, and winning the decision is a totally valid way to go about it. Nice shot.
There we go. Back to
But
that uppercut
the
again.
ESFL, we want violence. We want entertainment. What can we say? This is entertainment.
We want the entertainment. We want the entertainment. They must bleed for us.
Yes, we want blood. Just bleed.
H going back to some of these uppercuts though, and they're starting to work. I don't know. Maybe going to the body. You know that Outhouse has been with less stamina longer than you.
True.
Maybe you try to draw something out of her. It doesn't seem like the one punch. Even that knockdown was predicated off of 2 counters and then a knockdown. Like Outhouse Man, I don't know, is just slamming through with the Roy Jones overhand right and crashing.
1 minute left.
Definitely the pace has slowed down a little bit, but what are you gonna do? They're absolutely exhausted now.
Right. Like Arachnid was saying earlier, they've been throwing from jump. It's true. Even then, I was kind of surprised how quick McCaskill gassed out, but
yeah, round 5, right? Beginning of round 5 already came out. Wow, huge counter power jab, interrupting her.
Honestly, Franchon could just only land those power jabs the rest of this fight, and it might behoove her to do so because she could not get hit and just keep hitting back without being touched the whole time if she just relied on that a little bit
Real
more.
interesting trying to get into that phone booth fight again, right? Because the 2 best shots of this fight for H have been and 3 now have been outside shots.
Yep. True. Just the love of the game, loves to mix it up. I think H really wants to land a big right uppercut and get the knockout. That's probably why. And I can't blame him for that. So if you wanted to fight real smart, I would just stay on my back foot and just keep landing that jab because it's landing nicely. But I got a feeling Zed, a.k.a. H, a.k.a. Franchon, wants a knockout. That, of course, may play right into Outhouse Man, though, who already took advantage of a little bit too much aggression early on.
I don't know, and maybe someone in the chat will know this, but is there an advantage to using loose foot movement in the pocket versus, because I only use it when I'm playing someone that's going to outside fight. Somebody I know I'm going to be working off the jab a lot with, and probably a lot of moving shots, less like swing and bang. So I'm wondering, you take more damage and you use more stamina with the loose foot movement, and if that was going to be H's strategy, maybe not doing that.
Great point.
But you do more damage, so maybe that was what he was betting on.
There's that speed and there's the doing more damage. I figure most people will use it. The reason you do. Ooh, nice shot. For the footwork advantage. But the damage advantage is pronounced. But so, of course, is the damage you take. So it cuts both ways, for sure. Maybe he thought he could just use the incredible power. Nice left hook.
Yeah, just
incredible
take through it.
Power and just power through it and just do so much damage it didn't matter.
Wow,
Outhouse Man is game though.
dusty.
He's not giving up at all.
Not at all. I mean, definitely pretty husky-dusky going into these final rounds. It's going to be, 2-punch city for most of the rest of this fight. I don't think anybody has an extended combination in their bag unless, like right there, they can throw the third. Definitely leaves them very vulnerable.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! Talking about how slips are hard to pull off, but there you go. Perfect slip, and then that was a slip counter, huh?
Yep. It's a slip party. Ooh.
Gotta get your own catchphrase now. To get you're right? It's time for slip and slide.
I was trying to come up with something like that, but I totally failed.
You know what? When it
Up and
hits, it
Rob.
hits. Everybody will know. Everybody will know. You'll see chat light up, go nuts. Nice job
Funny
to the
enough,
bot.
turned into more of a tactical battle at the end here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, 100%. It's like day and night, both of them. I mean, not by choice, probably. They had to force to change the plan,
Exactly.
but that's what I was hoping to see. Maybe H do more is some of this. Look how effective he
Yes,
is on the outside.
beautiful. Super effective.
Can you imagine this with
Clean.
stamina?
Well, that's what I was gonna say, and I forgot the exact fight. But last week when I was doing commentary, someone was getting like 5, 6, 7% stamina back the whole time. They ended the fight with like 85, 90% stamina. Imagine if Zed even had 60% stamina right now and just been a little bit more conservative. He would already probably have finished Outhouse Man, and maybe vice versa. Now it's super fun to see them both slug it out early, but I gotta think when people are fighting trying to get the ESFL title in the full season down the line, it may be smart to take the first few rounds off and make your opponent miss and burn them out. That's not what we're seeing here, though, and that's actually not a bad thing because we're seeing a lot of action at least.
And you know what? When it's exhibition, like, what are you really fighting for? But the remember me, right? Remember me, you guys. Remember me. So that's what you're fighting for, and you're definitely not doing that if you're trying to outpoint somebody for the entire round, unless you do some amazing stuff.
Ooh.
Let's be honest, who doesn't like a finish?
Well, I honestly thought Franchon was going to get
Mm-hmm.
before we knew it, but Outhouse Man played real tough. Obviously got that knockdown, like maybe like the 5th or 6th round, and defense has become more quality.
That's what I
Both
mean.
of them
Like,
have
just
nice.
super calm. Even though things were going against Outhouse Man, stayed super calm and decided like the knockdown doesn't matter. Like I just have to win rounds.
That's the huge difference between playing UFC 5 versus this is you do have time to work with. If you got off to a bad start or got knocked down early, you don't have to sell out and totally abandon your game plan necessarily.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're only looking at 15 minutes in UFC every time, so it's just like you have a limited amount of time to work. And kind of to your point that you were saying earlier, that I don't know exactly how judges score, if it's damage or if it's volume or what it is, control, but like how they score on UFC, so
Right. For sure. Ooh. One thing that these games do well is get the judging right because it's always all over the place. Not always, but it's like, judges in real life can't figure them out either. So the video game should have some randomness, maybe. I don't know. But damage, accuracy, and strikes landed. Those
I think
three
it's
should
always hard to tell,
main.
right? Like you hit a guy and he goes skating across the ring, but maybe he's not that hurt. Maybe he's just like, holy crap, that was a big shot. Like that threw me off my feet for a second. But maybe they're not really hurt. But you're a judge and you go, wow, that sent him across the ring. This is looking like a 10-8 round to me. And they slug it out at the end.
They could be at a tough angle where they can't see it all. And I mean, hey, judges got a tough job. I won't say that at all. I suck at judging, whether I'm just watching UFC 311 last night or watching this right now. Not the best judger ever. They don't have an easy job, but sometimes we could all agree. I think that judges are corrupt sometimes, though.
Corrupt.
Boilers calling them out.
Man, Outhouse Man just has to stay patient here. And what I mean by stay patient is, he doesn't necessarily want to be the one blitzing. Maybe he wants to be the one that gets off first. You throw the jab, you bait something out. Some of his best counters have been, I feel like, him throwing the jab and pulling the follow-up shot from H and then landing something of his own.
Ooh. I think this clock may not be at 1.5x relative speed. What do you think?
No, it is at regular speed. I'm counting it.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to the last
No,
thing you
this
said.
this
'Cause
what
I
this
was
what
like, wait a
boxing.
second.
welcome
No
welcome
wonder
to a
this
real
fight's
boxing
going so
fight, you
long.
guys. This a real boxing fight.
This
30
has been
minutes
an
of
entertaining
chopping.
one. Wow. At least they're getting after it, because if this is a point fight, full on 10 minutes.
Yeah, and H
It's all
hasn't
good. We had a
abandoned
couple
throwing
fights
that
fall
lead
through,
uppercut.
so.
Yeah,
Whew.
it's not like we're ever gonna look more fights poorly in the mouth. And H is doing a great job of trying to keep the pressure on while the stamina is capped at 20. Basically meaning
Right.
like that jab is like a fifth of the bar, and then a follow-up shot is the entire bar.
In chat, what's luck is like, yeah, that's why they gassed out in the 5th round, because it's like normal time. I'm like, oh, yeah, no duh. Funny.
Oof.
Come on, someone finish them. I want to see it finish right now.
Yeah, H looking for that lead uppercut or rear uppercut, and Outhouse Man just kind of trying to step in with the straight to get something happening here. There's a hook, but trying to throw that lead or that rear power hand.
Ooh.
And there's that range again. Second she thinks she's okay to take another step in because she's, maybe halfway out. She takes a step in and it's, oh no, I've been in range. 1-2, bop bop, and she gets frozen. Yeah, Outhouse Man doing a good job at managing what little resources he probably has left in the latter rounds.
Yeah, minimal. Least amount of resources you could have, probably, but they're still going after it, and they're both scoring nicely, too. Holy cow. Okay. This girl's got heart.
And you can definitely tell, like, if they could throw punches and the bunches, it would be over. It's kind of what I felt like.
Sure.
H throwing the harder shots, more counters, definitely get more screen flashes from all his offense. And it's just like he's throwing more in general.
Final round. You know what, Feck? This is actually the co-main de facto, because we're going to have the co-main after this and then the main event. It's only a couple more bouts after this. I still think Franchon could get a finish here. Come on, Franchon. That's what I'm rooting for. I don't care. I'm biased. Let's go, Franchon.
And if you're Caskill, you just want to keep working that rear power hand. I feel like you just keep working that rear power hand. Sell out and throw big shots.
Sorry, Zed. That was all my fault. But he survives. Great work by McCaskill, by Outhouse Man, though, just like you said. Nice
I think
counter.
you got to abandon boxing, and we need to slug it out a little bit. Lead with that rear power hand.
Big right uppercut again lands. Both these gals got some real heart. They got nothing left, but they're still throwing.
Yes.
Oh, loaded up herself, but then caught.
Woo!
Nice. Yeah.
Bam. All right. Nice knockdown by Outhouse Man. That once again, that rear power hand, overhand right to the head, and a little left hook to the body, left hook to the head on the way down.
Love it. One minute left.
Okay, if you're H here, you're like, I'm winning, but I cannot get finished here. Need more lead power hand.
Those right, yes, either the lead power hand or just keep landing that rear uppercut. But you got to set a trap. You can't be one-dimensional with it. You're getting countered with a left hook instead.
Yep. Excuse me, rear power hand. Sorry, guys. Yeah, land that rear power hand. Overhand right. It's so money. She's landing it like all the time. It's so money. Oof.
Oh my god. This is brutal.
Okay, H and Outhouse Man. They trying to get this at the end here apparently.
They got the memo. We want to finish. They're trying their damnedest. I'll give them that. I love it. They just got nothing left on their shots.
Cross to the body. Oh, danger zone!
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Outhouse live on stage. Kenny Loggins, the danger zone, got hit big right hand to the body, lead
nice.
uppercut, dropped him. And that'll seal the deal. So I believe
Wow.
that seals the deal.
Gotta assume
Yes,
as much.
sir.
Nice, Franchon. Look how close it was.
Franchon!
There's a busted 10th round score, but that's a legit victory. That was awesome, man. All considered, that fight actually had a lot of different phases to it, almost. Obviously,
Right.
it was a
We watched
long,
3 whole
extra
fights in a
long
fight.
but it did. It felt like several fights for a lot of reasons, but super fun. Great work, H, aka ZR, aka Franchon, and Jessica McCaskill, Outhouse, man, dude. You're legit. Both of you have a future in ESFL Undisputed, undoubtedly. Ladies and gents, I think that was our 5th fight of the night. Maybe it was our 4th. We only got a couple more here on ESFL Undisputed 5, Arctic Warfare. It's about 15 degrees outside where I'm at. I got about a foot of snow. Hey, if you're on the beach right now, I'm jealous. But I do know a lot of places where usually it's not so cold. It's frozen. So Arctic Warfare. This is our last exhibition event of January. ESFL, we're going to be back in February. Some UFC 5 and with some Undisputed. Let's see where we're up to now. We had a couple scraps. I know Coxie and Treehouse, unfortunately, was scrapped. It's actually, it's Coxie and Luck. If we can find that fight. Coxie and Luck. Let me see if I can find that myself. I think, yep, Coxie will be streaming this, and I do believe we got his stream up. Maybe almost live. We did have a couple pull-outs, a couple rearranged, but big shout-outs to everyone who was able to show up and fight today. There we go. NM Coxie is live. We're going to keep working to get that stream going. In the meantime, I do have good news. The main event has been reserved. We still have Easy Work GG versus the one and only Versus Style. Both of them undefeated. ESFL Undisputed so far. There's no real belt on the line, but the de facto champion of this non-season season will be the winner between Easy Work GG and Versus Style. So we'll be headed to that one shortly. Does look like we have What's Luck versus Coxie. Yes, here we go. Coxie with Tyson Fury, What Luck, Larry Holmes. We also get some music. I'm really looking forward to this high quality music there, sir. What about you?
It's amazing. It changes my life right now. That's why we have our own music blasting over the top of it.
There we go. There we go. All right, gentlemen, go ahead and lock in. Let me tell them this will be the co-main. So this will be a 12-rounder between Tyson Fury and Larry Holmes. Go ahead and Versus Styles helping me wrangle. Thanks as always, Verse. Go ahead and lock, gents. Thank you.
This is
And
an
they are
interesting one, huh?
counting
Tyson
down.
Fury.
Yes, the big boys. Hey, I have a special place in my heart for heavyweight boxing. I think it's the most fun. Hey, I like smaller guys and gals. They get, that good blend of speed and power, but some big bruisers like Tyson Fury and Larry Holmes, man, I ain't get much better than that. That's a lot of fun. A lot of power involved. A lot of raw horsepower. So, awesome. Glad we get this. This is the 12-round co-main, Feckett.
And I think I've seen Larry Holmes more often than I have ever seen him in ranked too, just because he is strong in this weight class. He is strong. He hits hard. He's not like the new, Bronze Bomber exploding people's heads open with a single punch. But what was that? During his prime, I think it was like Bombs Away level 3 was plus 20%. It was 20% chance to knock someone down with a power punch. So it was 1/5 of the time landing a power punch was a knockdown.
Nice shot there by Coxie. Yeah, in this, I pretty much only use the one and only Joe Frazier, but
Yeah.
I feel like Larry Holmes would be a great choice for me otherwise because he's pretty well balanced. He's got power, he's got size, but he's got speed and toughness. Just all around well balanced. Like, I don't know. If they had Evander Holyfield, I would think he's kind of like this, just tough, strong, but not overpowered or underpowered in any way in particular.
And he's not a huge weight disparity, but a good straight right hand by Tyson Fury, just to settle Larry Holmes a bit. Can't be moving around so much in front of the big man. Tyson doesn't like that.
No. You got to be circling away from that right hand and not ducking into it either. That was a great exchange there by Lucky, though.
I think if I'm Coxie here, I'm fighting a good fight so far. I just want to keep him on the end of my punches. I mean, as you always want to do with Tyson Fury. But another thing that he does that I like is when Larry Holmes slips inside, instead of backing up and giving him more room, he just holds his ground and then tries to land a straight on the tail end of his combination.
Yep. Yes, and you don't want to give up that reach advantage, but on the other hand, you make your opponent pay for closing the distance. That requires you to throw some punches, and sometimes you'll be in that pocket, but that's what you want right there. Big right hand over the top. Really nice first round by Coxie.
And, talking about, chat saying Coxie's one of the best in the game. Right there, I mean, throws a jab and knows the range so well that even though Larry Holmes tries to pull away, that right hand, just like a heat seeker, just detonates on him.
Laser-guided missile.
There is no escape.
No escape at all.
And again, the loose foot movement. It's super popular now. I don't know. I don't use it as often as I probably should. I know it's a pretty significant increase to your damage, and I know only a few guys utilize it really, really well, even though everyone has access to it.
I haven't really settled into whether I like to use it or not. I've gone through phases, and I've had so many people tell me that it's good for this situation, bad for this, or some people never use it.
So how he's using it right now, how Coxie's using it right now is how I use it. Staying loose foot movement, and let's have a boxing match,
Right. You're mostly going backwards or holding your ground. You're usually not going forward, unless you're far away from him, of course.
We say that, but then they sit there and they just trade left hooks into each other's body. Coxie tries to give a little look away right there. They're bringing out the sass,
Commentary curse is real. It always happens. But no, this is the perfect time if you're Tyson Fury, if you're Coxie, to use that loose movement. You're able to make your opponent miss, and when you do land, it hurts bad. It is, you're putting yourself vulnerable a little bit for big counter shots when you're in loose movement, so you better make sure that you don't get cornered on accident when you're in it. But otherwise, when you're the stronger and taller, fast boxer, it also helps you be the faster boxer. So if you do it the right way, you're in good shape.
Maybe if you're Coxie here, now is the time to bust out the lead power jab and just smash people with it. I mean, Larry's got the kind of range that I feel like you could power jab him and stunt him from being able to step inside.
And why not? And why not just I'm not going to say take a round off, but make it a goal to get 4 or 5% of your stamina back between the next round and just only look to counter with long shots.
Little stance switch too.
I like it. Whatever. Whether it's what we're saying or not, he's changing things up. So he's not becoming predictable. And just when his opponent might feel he has a beat on him, now he's southpaw. I like it.
And Luck just maybe he's not finding his way in to throw the combinations, and it seems like a lot of these exchanges end with Fury jabbing and crossing his way out, and Luck standing there throwing 2 or 3 hooks in the air.
Yep.
But there we go.
That was nice.
He does great work when he's inside, though. Luck doing excellent work when he's inside. Especially that whole just getting Tyson Fury to throw body hooks with him. Because if you're looking at it, he'll throw a body hook, and Luck will block it and throw his own, and then block the return body hook, and then they just keep trading like that.
Oh, Lucky starting to figure it out. It took him about a minute to kind of get his bearings after he went southpaw, but after that, he's working it pretty nicely here. Oh, just as I say that, of course, Tyson Fury buries 2 counter hooks to the body and maybe even the third.
You know, he flips into that southpaw, which opens up that straight for Luck. Just makes it easier to land, especially when he corrals Fury in with those left hooks.
Yes. Tripled up on the body hook, too.
He slips away.
Interesting. Pretty good round for Luck, all considered. I thought he was in really big trouble when this round started, especially when he looked pretty awkward against that southpaw, but he ended it nicely. You think he won that round, or you think Coxey did enough?
I think in the beginning, Coxey, I feel, was landing more counters, so maybe him. But having said that, the volume is in Luck's favor, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, and there you go. Yeah, the volume's in Luck's favor, and he gives him the round.
Yeah. Figured Coxey won the first minute, but Luck did really nice in that second minute, and the third minute was pretty close. So, yeah, you know, it's CompuBox. Can't trust it. Not the official judges' scorecard, but this is a 12-rounder. Keep that in mind. I don't know if we're going to be going to a decision, but hey, I've said that before, and we have. Both these guys have some serious power, and all it takes is one mistake and you'll be on the ground, especially if Fury catches you.
But I like Coxey's decision. I mean, like, he knows exactly where the red, yellow, green is, right? Can't be close. That's the danger. That's the red. Medium is okay. But I can get hit like that, and then green, I can land these big shots from the outside, and I don't have to take anything for them.
If you end up in the zone you didn't mean to, be humble about it. If you got to back out or circle out, it might be the right decision, even if you kind of, ooh, nice shot there.
That's what I mean. That's that yellow zone.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think you can get hit. You think, like, I'm the one landing jabs. I'm the taller, longer fighter, and then bop, bop.
Brutal. Yeah, What's Luck needs to live in that yellow zone because he doesn't really have that much of a green zone, all considered. So he needs to be in that danger zone. But if he can really work it like he has been and come out on top, he has a huge advantage. Nice.
Doing a good job trying to chop the tree down with those left hooks to the body. But it's tough. Tyson Fury has a ton of endurance too. Like, and like, what is it? I think it's heart is the stat.
They're swinging and banging. Well, they got endurance and conditioning. Do they also have heart? I forgot, to be honest.
Someone in chat. Is am heart am real stat?
Are there any banned fighters? We do not ban any fighters, but we do ban mirror matches. So no mirror matches allowed. Currently, we do not ban any boxers. We do tell guys, like, hey, it's an exhibition. Don't have to pick Sugar Ray Robinson every time. But this Tyson Fury and Larry Holmes matchups is a fun one. Pretty unique. I like it so far. Ooh. We're starting to do some damage to one another, too, for real.
Yeah, mixing it up a little bit. Both Coxey and Luck throwing their punches earlier and getting a lot more damage off of them. But it's, again, they're both in that medium range, so they're actually cracking each other at the same time. This is going to be one of those, like, who drops first. And Coxey does a great job at sneaking in the power shots. He's not just throwing, jab cross, left hook. It's the jab cross and then the power left hook cracks him, or, Oof.
Oh, beautiful.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Tripling up on those left hooks to the body. Look at that body health. It's so hurt.
Yep, smelling it.
He doesn't realize it, or he doesn't care, or he's trying to just power through it. But, wow. Larry Holmes just left hooks connecting. Oh, you see those elbows starting to drop for Coxey? Will Lucky start going upstairs if that happens a little too much?
Yep, Lucky knows. He sees it. Again, it's about managing. I mean, he has to manage what kind of damage he takes as he steps in. And Coxie does a great job at throwing, you know, light pitter-patter shots and occasionally just dropping the nuke down like that. You know, every once in a while, Lucky gambles and eats the nuke.
Lucky's got some momentum for real here.
Yep.
Great work, Lucky dude. He's getting inside and just scoring and scoring. And look at that, 48% stamina. A good portion of that's from the body damage, I think.
So if you're Tyson, are you worried about how much you have left now?
I definitely would be. I would try to keep my distance and try to time him up when he's throwing those 2 or 3 left hooks in a row. Try to block 1 or 2 and come back with a power right uppercut. Maybe that would be something that could work for him.
Let's see what kind of recovery we have here.
Cox is in the back saying, please stop spamming hooks, Luck. It's boring as hell. I don't think I consider this hook spamming. There's a couple times where it's been close, where there's been like 4 or 5 left hooks in a row. That's a little bit too much, maybe. But generally, I feel like Lucky's been fighting pretty clean.
And you know,
I do feel like Coxie could back up and land a huge power right if he timed it up.
Right, and the spam shots are like those left hooks to the body, right?
Yeah.
But man, they're there, you know?
I
think that's the big one. They're there, and it's like you're landing 2, 3 in a row. Your brain almost tells you, like, I should keep doing this. Like,
yes.
Especially when, you know, if you're lucky, you haven't seen your punches do too much other than, like, you know, getting the big shots off that have wobbled Tyson Fury and stuff. But, like, during the fight, you're not seeing your punches like stagger this man, you know, back and forth across the ring. So you find something that's working, like the left hook to the body, and you kind of like, yeah, I got to do this.
Yep. And he may not realize how much he's hurt him either, because he had Tyson Fury down really low on that body health in the past round. I don't know. Maybe he listened in and he's not throwing those triple, quadruple left hooks anymore. But also, Coxie's moving, so he's not presenting that target either, you know?
Yeah, you know, move away from him, right? Move away from the left hooks. But there we go. 2 land.
Ooh!
Trade there. Yeah, see, that exchange right there, I think, was one of those cases where they both got hurt. And because they can't see each other's stats, right?
Yep.
You just kind of gut it out like, nothing.
Agree, 110%. I actually was literally about to say, I wish I could see what Luck's health and stamina right now, because that makes all the difference. All right, Coxie fought better that round in terms of not presenting that target to get double, triple, quadruple hooked.
Yeah,
and he got a couple good counters back.
Ropey here, but all in all, I guess it's pretty decent. He can still keep landing the small shots. I think the thing that's nice about Tyson, right, is you can land the non-power punches and they still just devastate you.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what he needs to look for. And if What's Luck becomes a little too predictable and throws 2, 3, 4 hooks in a row, step back, fire a power right straight, and you might be able to clean his clock and knock him out straight up. So we'll see. They're going back and forth a little bit here in the Discord.
They're yelling at each other from their corners across the ring.
Coxie says Luck's a melt. That must be some like UK diss. You're actually a melt.
You didn't just say that. Oh my gosh.
My God.
you said a melt.
Battle here.
Right.
I like it.
Back.
Let's go.
I never understood UK swearing. They say bloody. I'm like, what? And that's like the F word almost. I'm like, what? What? Not here.
They'll launch the C word like nothing.
Right. Not here though. Not here. Wow. Another left hook for
big shot.
Larry.
Lucky's
got that.
Another counter left to the body.
Damage
Now
downstairs.
Treehouse is in the Discord. That Cox is crashing out, and he's struggling with it. The Treehouse, who's also in the 8M camp with What's Luck's got his brother's back. I like to see it.
There's a Conan O'Brien in the Discord. Just everybody's here.
This has become personal, Feckett. Supposed to just be an exhibition.
Great job by Coxie, though. To, like I said, occasionally weaving in the power shots. I think if you're him, if you're Coxie, you just keep backing up, right? You just keep backing up and, yeah, and land that lead left or that lead power right hook, I guess.
Fury's stamina's health is so low on the body. He's still coming forward, though. Nice power counter. Get some respect back from Lucky. Now Styles in the Discord.
So Elon Musk in the Discord, just everyone.
Oh, crazy. Elon Musk has entered the arena.
Right, Pikachu in the Discord. What is happening? It's not even a real thing.
Charizard.
It's evolving.
Someone's going down. We ain't going to the 12th round on this one. I do know that.
isn't that spicy?
That's it.
Are they getting that spicy that someone's going down?
Treehouse says, well, I can't repeat exactly what Treehouse is. This is a PG-13 broadcaster, try to be. But Treehouse saying, double up on that. Oh, Luck saying that going to Southpaw was an exploit by Coxie. That's why I had to bring out the triple, quadruple hook.
Right, and then the Randy Orton music hits.
Versatile's got the Michael Jackson eating popcorn meme going now. I love it. Hey, I'm just glad we got to have this fight. Unfortunately, we had some fights fall out today, had some other issues, but Arctic Warfare proceeds. The show must go on, and we're getting some good violence here. Let's go. Let's finish strong. Round 8.
Is that what we're calling it? I like that. We're calling this Undisputed 3 Arctic Warfare.
Yeah. Ooh. I did or maybe did not ask ChatGPT for a good name of a boxing event during a snow day, and it came up with Arctic Warfare, and I was like, nice.
Whatever. That's the. You know what? According to the law, that's legally yours.
Yes. There's a couple other good ones, but that was the best one.
You know, this left hook to the body for Luck is still money, like, all night long. And I don't know. If he can land it power, he doesn't seem to be landing any power shots anymore. It's all just, you know, softer shots, but
right.
Maybe you put him down. Maybe you put him downs.
Adds up, man. There you go. He's not even doubling up on that left hook, but it's still scoring.
H is reading my mind and also trying to echo his last fight. More uppercuts. Well, I like this guy H. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He knows about the uppercut tech. I'm walking him more and more.
Yeah, I honestly expected to see Coxie. Ooh.
Okay, now we're gonna see something here. What's the recovery looking like? Good blocking though. All of this until the end, and it doesn't even matter.
Over the top.
What is it? Like you can jump every hurdle perfectly, but if you trip on the last one, you lost still.
Big shot. Coxie's stamina is just so low, and he's hurt. It's going to be really hard for him to implement any game plan, you know, different type of game plan, but he has to at this point.
And I think if you're Coxie here, and you know it's evened up, which I think it's evened up by now, man, you go for broke and you try to land the straight right as he's coming in, huh? That's what I would do. I'm simple.
I feel like Tyson Fury's right uppercut could have been money earlier on, but it might be too late now.
Mhm.
My point is, when we talked about it a little bit earlier, it's not as pronounced, of course, as UFC 5, but if you're throwing too many body shots,
Yes,
the uppercut
yeah.
is the natural counter to that, you know?
Mhm. And I was
Tyson
wondering
Fury's
maybe
got a hell of a
why wasn't
rear.
that happening?
And Tyson Fury's got an awesome. Well, he's southpaw, by the way, anyway, so it kind of throws it out. But his right hand, that uppercut is gnarly. But again, it's probably too late to do that, and obviously he's southpaw anyway. So went for that power hook there, almost landed.
Beautiful
Fight's not
left
over
hook by
yet,
Tyson. No, not at all. This is a very fun fight.
Nice. Yeah.
Tyson's still looking sharp out there. You got to land power, though, you know?
He does. He needs to really get what's luck to get more predictable. Counter him like that.
That's what I'm saying. Got to land power,
Rear
and not
uppercut.
only power, but he did it for UH. The huge rear uppercut.
I knew that rear uppercut would be money eventually. I didn't think it'd be southpaw in the round 9, but there you go.
Not bad, though. Respectable. Gets up at 5.
Ooh.
You know what makes this fun is that happened, but everybody is so low that's, you know, it could turn around right now. I mean, Holmes could just land something and drop him.
The body is tenderized, but yeah, either of them come out the winner on this at this point, man. They're starting to throw a little bit more power shots in there too.
I don't know why you said tenderize. My brain was like abalone. Yes, something about abalone. You tenderize abalone. Yeah.
Those hammers.
Yeah. Forgive me, guys. I saw frozen abalone in the store the other day, and I was like, something that's that hard, that's frozen? What is this?
Oh,
Good shots by Larry Holm at the
lucky.
end there.
that was a great, yeah, man. Upstairs, downstairs. I'll say that, you know, tripling up, and it definitely when he threw like 4 hooks in a row, that was too much. Don't like to see that. However, since he's been called out on that, What's Luck has been putting together some pretty legit combos.
And you know, Fury's got a long uppercut, so even though you got to land them inside, he can still kind of bazing you, even like when you're not, you know, right on top of him and you're like hip to hip. So maybe that is the shot. And I agree, uppercut is that shot. It is that shot that can knock you down when you're low like that without having to, you know, put in a ton of extra damage on the front end.
Controversial fight, but we're after it. Round 10. Oh, big power right hand, dude. This has become personal, and this is potentially turned into the fight of the night. I love it.
Yeah, this could be all down to the last round. Good shot.
What's Luck has not competed in the ESFL Undisputed yet. So he was a late replacement today, and he put up against Coxey. That's such a tough first matchup, and all considered, dude, he's performing quite well here.
All right, got to put some respect on the name right here.
Yeah.
What's Luck definitely trying to show you guys. He means business. Coxey, you know, ostensibly, according to chat, one of the best in the world.
This is where Coxey can show that he really has the heart of a champion. He's got some adversity. Maybe a couple controversial things have happened, but you still got to get out there and win. And a true champion can put it all behind him. See this as a new fight right now. Win this fight right now.
Whoa! Who is that? That's Fury! Whoa!
Oh, I cursed the man. The commentary curse is too strong with me today.
Holmes is going to be taking a round off now as he stands in his corner for 10 seconds.
I love it. And we still got 2 full rounds after this one. This was not originally going to be the co-main. It was originally going to be 10 rounds, but hell, I think things happen for a reason, and we got 12 rounds now, baby.
You know, we're seeing it. Like, when you're this low, hey, any shot can take you out. Like, any shot's going to be the end, possibly. Or at least you're getting rocked. So, I mean, really up on your P's and Q's. And you get a knockdown, you throw the round away. And things are definitely too close to be doing that.
Exactly. Man, this chat just gets funnier and funnier in the Discord. Lucky's apologizing, saying he didn't mean to cheese. So he's like apologizing and all this in between rounds. But he's still out there like giving it his best freaking fight. And he takes a big right hand.
It's like the stop hitting yourself moment.
He needs to stop apologizing and start fighting, baby. In the meanwhile, Coxie's pissed. I like it. Here we go, baby.
I don't know, guys. I like to stay fired up in the middle of a fight. I can't be doing no apologies, nothing like that.
Nope. I'm a nice guy. I know how it can feel to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but you can't be thinking that way. Apologize a lot later, as much as you want. You got to be bloodlust right now.
He's working that jab, and then a hook up top is Luck. And that's kind of been his answer to getting inside there. But Fury coming on. Let's see it, Coxie.
I like it. I like it.
Right, show me why you are that guy, Coxie. And he's definitely shown he is that guy. Huge, huge shots on the outside, allowing him to stay in this fight. And not only that, but put the damage on Lucky in a way that he can't just really tee off.
Right. Can't. And that's, yes. Got to set some traps or at least gain some respect.
Interesting foot battle. Tyson circling to the power hand.
Wonder why he's staying in southpaw. You think that helps his body not take as much damage from those left hooks too? Maybe that's it.
Okay, Turtle One's noticing it now too. Thank you. Them forward jabs. That's how you're set. That's how Holmes is setting these all up. They're just freezing them.
I mean, that's how you close the distance. That's the proper way, is with the jab. You don't just come head first. I hope you can corner your opponent. You got to throw some punches, even feints. I can't believe we made it to the 12th round, but here we are, 12th round, co-main event. Let's go. Big shots. Coxie's been landing some nice body shots of his own now.
Two walruses slapping each other now. They're just smashing each other. Someone's gonna fall. I have to say that I like that Lucky seems to be getting the first hit off on a lot of these combinations, and it's allowing him to set something up. And Tyson Fury, I mean, to his credit, the reason why that's happening is he's looking for the counter.
Yep.
I think that's why that lead jab, that step-in jab is doing so much, because he's standing there waiting for the counter, something to happen so he can land something on his own. But you can't really do anything on your own. I mean, when the guy's walking forward and you're playing Tyson Fury, your arms are too long, you throw that hook, and you just spaghetti around him.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa!
That face spaghetti. Hadouken.
Right.
Slapped the shit out of him, man. Ow.
That's right. Put the Parmesan, put the basil on top. That's done. That's done. It's coming out al dente, but you will enjoy it, and you will pay full price with tip.
Yes. 25% tip.
25. You're a madman. My goodness. Never gone above 20 in my life.
No, I don't take 25.
Oh my goodness. Money bucks over here. Oh, I've never gone above 20 in my life, and that's when I felt like I was, being treated as a king. Good round. Good way to end the round, but yeah, you got to give it to Luck at the end there with all those knockdowns.
Nice.
Maybe winning that by 2 rounds, or well, not 2 rounds, but 2 points.
I think
maybe
that's
3.
about right. Let's see if they show it. Is there 12th round glitch if it goes to the 12th? I don't think so, but we'll find out if they show it. Okay.
Winning it by
That's more than
6
we
rounds.
thought.
Goodness
A
gracious.
lot more than we thought. Yeah, man.
Okay.
2 10-8s in the last 3 rounds make a huge difference, of course. Wow. Fun fight. Controversy, for sure. But in the end, I had a fun time calling it. What about you?
Yeah, it was exciting. They both got down really low, and it was. I mean, that's the nice thing about heavyweights, right? Is like 20% stamina is not the end, right? Like,
True.
we still got a fight ahead of us. As long as one of these old boys can hit each other, we still got a fight ahead of us. It's a little bit tougher, you know. You were playing guys like I was playing Caleb Plant earlier, and like that's a guy that when your stamina starts draining, you need to get out of there quickly because he needs those modifiers. He needs to be able to hit the combos and all that stuff. You can't rely on one punch power. But that was fun. I thought Luck did a great job at not letting the chitter chatter get to him.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought he was getting psyched out there, but he was able
Yeah,
to calm
right.
down the hatch a bit, right? For sure. And hey, there's a lot to take from that, but what I'll say, kind of to finish it off, the power punches. Luck was like 60% accuracy, and he only threw like 20. So when he threw them, they landed. On the other hand, Coxie landed 40 power punches. They did some good damage, but he threw more than 100. So, not horrible accuracy, honestly. 40% plus on power punches ain't that bad, especially with Tyson Fury. But the overall speed of Holmes and using those power punches only when he needed it seemed to make a huge difference.
And the heart, okay? The heart. I don't know if that's a stat, but the heart, you guys, the heart.
Super fun fight. I think I'm going to have to get those guys to match up again somewhere down the line. There's some bad blood, but hopefully you guys both had a good time. All considered just an exhibition, just having some fun. Guess what? It's time for that main event. Beckett, you ready for this?
Yes,
All right, man. I'm considering this the ESFL Undisputed Exhibition Championship of the World with no prize money or belt on the line, just pure pride and glory. And that is Easy Work GG versus the one and only Versus Style. You ready for this, my man?
Absolutely. I think you know what? Just the fact that I know like these guys from, doing hundreds of fights, like it makes it exciting for me, but it should be exciting for you. First of all, it's Crawford and Leonard, which is, that's a great fight already. Then you take into account that the guys that we got fighting are two of the top dogs, at least in the EA UFC world.
Yep. Yeah. Versus Style ended up in just outside the top 10 PlayStation, but he joined the season partway through. I consider him a top 10 UFC 5 fighter on PlayStation at least. And Easy Work GG ended up ranked number 3 on Xbox, and he got revenge against EK Warrior. He beat him in UFC, but Warrior was slightly ranked above him. Easy Work GG put him away. Also got a win last week. So both these guys 2-0 on this little exhibition side season, whatever you want to call it, for Undisputed. And they're naturally, the best main event we could have made today. And I'm really glad this main event did not fall through and we got it today. Beckett.
And there's something about taking two guys that I've seen fight a lot and bringing them over to a new medium. It's that fun of when you join the new game and you're like, everybody's like me, we're all in the same boat, just trying to figure this out and find what is the best and what is, what the meta is and all that stuff. I know that there's a pretty established way to fight at this point. There is a meta, I guess you could say, but it's fun to see two guys that I know very well in UFC fight in a different medium where, hey, maybe the roles have reversed, or maybe there are new guys in the wing that are even better, or maybe these guys are still just as good as we thought they were.
I feel like the latter is the case. They're both really, really good, and it makes sense. There's a pretty good translation between UFC and Undisputed. Not a perfect translation by any means, but if you know how to manage stamina, manage damage, manage range, and use your fighter's attributes well in UFC, you could probably do some of the same stuff here.
Right, fighting's fighting, huh?
Exactly. And these guys got great reaction times. Like, you know, they're no slouches there either.
This is how I like to see Terrence Crawford play. You just poke him with jabs. I mean, whenever I watch Terrence Crawford fight, it's always like he's poking the beehive with the jabs, gets you to step in or step off into something, and then he crashes you.
Yes, for sure. I think Easy Work's going to be able to work that style quite nicely. But beautiful work by Versatile, all considered. If anyone has the speed to deal with Crawford's great defense, it would be Sugar Ray Leonard right there.
It's funny, in a lot of ways, when I look at this fight on paper, not just Versatile versus Easy Work, but Crawford versus Leonard, it reminds me of like that Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight. You got a guy who's fast, who hits hard, maybe is a little bit of a pretty boy, yeah, a little bit, but he's slick and he's good. And like, then you got a guy who is very hard-nosed, in Crawford. You got a guy that definitely is willing to trade one with you to get one. You think about like that final combination. Wow. Think about that final combination between Crawford and Spence, where Crawford's throwing an inside tight hook and he gets absolutely decimated by a hook. Doesn't even show on his face. He wobbles a little bit, but Errol Spence crumples to the ground.
Yep. That's a classic. If you guys haven't seen that, you got to go look that highlight up. Maybe I'm not on TikTok since TikTok shut down for now.
Ooh. Can't even get on there with VPN. I tried.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
can't do it.
No
I mean,
way.
at least in California, you can't do that. They say no. I know
Please
you guys,
save us,
California
Trump.
sucks. Right? Please save us.
Oh
Nice
my
left
God,
hook.
No comment. This is an awesome fight already, dude. Both these guys are so skilled.
Love
And
Sugar
use
Ray
their
Leonard's
boxing
lead hook.
real
Oh my
nice.
goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah, everything coming off that lead hook, and he does it in that way where he does the lateral step, and then sometimes he just throws it, and every time Terrence Crawford seems to get plowed by it, and just shy on those body shots every time. It's like the third time that he's just swinging at air.
Oh, great work there by Easy Work, a.k.a. Crawford, man.
Mm-hmm.
Both these guys have had some great moments, and just as it seems like one of them's getting a big advantage on the other, it's back and forth. Seesaw. I love it, man.
Versus Style giving him the look away taunt. Just a little one before engaging him again. Easy Work trying to stay calm here.
Versastyle's like one of the nicest guys, humble, really cool, all that. But like, I see him taunting a lot in fights. It's hilarious. It's like you have the quiet, well-mannered guy, and he's actually fighting. He'll talk some trash.
And why not? He's at the top. When you're at the top, you're not punching down. You're just punching out. Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it.
There you go. Close fight so far. Do you think either of them has an advantage at this point, man?
This, one thing I dislike a little bit about what Easy Work does is he backs all the way out, right? He gets all the way out, and it gives Leonard that time to reset and pick up at range again. Maybe Leonard's winning this fight.
5% stamina return for Crawford on the first round and the second round. So look how much stamina he has. Hard to know what Versatile stamina looks like, of course.
There's a pool party. Shout out to Rob.
Yeah. Make him miss. Make him miss. Especially a 12-rounder, dude. You can play it kind of slow.
Maybe if I'm Crawford here, I'm leading with the jab to the body more often. But if H was here, he'd say, hey, uppercut. Uppercut. Enough said. Uppercut. That's how I do it. See, I'm slowly becoming enamored with just because uppercut. I approve. Oh, there it is too.
By the last row.
Nice uppercut by Leonard, but Crawford stops him short with a power straight right. And that's Crawford, man. Like, he's got power like Leonard, but he's definitely got the toughness in the power. You can just eat a shot and smash somebody just like that.
Yep, that was exactly.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
I agree. Very competitive round. Nice left hook to the body.
Nice step off left hook by Crawford. Trying to double up on that jab and make his way inside. If I'm Crawford, I feel like I just want a Maraud here. Yep.
Oh. Great work there by Easy Work.
And I suppose you got to, it's, you know, Leonard's comeback shots, mainly that not overhand right, but that right hook and the right uppercut. Yeah. Both of those are landing all the time. But maybe if you're Crawford, like I said, you're tough. Maybe you're not worried about those. And he seems to recover well. He ate like a huge right hook and a bunch of jabs, and he's still at half head health. But his overall head health, I guess, astonishingly low.
Starting to chip away, slowly but surely. As always, can't see versus styles, so it's hard to do a direct comparison. But another 5% stamina gain for Easy Work, but I think he took a little bit too much on that one. No, I mean, CopyBox gave that to Crawford as well. I was going to give that one maybe to Sugar Ray, but generally speaking, I think Crawford Easy Work's winning. But I might have given that round to versus style. I don't know.
I was with you. I thought versus style might have done enough to win that last round, but overall, Terrence Crawford definitely winning just because of the power.
Yep.
He's just landing the harder shots. Stamina management's higher. Easy Work doing a great job here. I still don't like that he pulls all the way out. You know, it's like if there's a chance for versus style to really do good work, it's on the outside, boxing this man, right?
If you're in that yellow zone, as we were calling, nice shot. If you get that momentum, like you make your opponent miss a couple shots and you're within punch distance, you definitely don't want to back out. That's your opportunity to hit.
It's interesting. We haven't seen too much of this double jab, huh? Except for, you know, Easy Work really using it and earlier in the Amir Khan fight, but doubling up on the jab, it works, you guys. Stop people cold in their tracks. And if they don't throw back, you hook off that double jab and smash people.
Exactly. Great starter. And of course, that's why you work behind the jab, because it works your defense and offense. And then depending on what your opponent does, you can, you know, change it up from there.
And it's different, right? Like in boxing, you're using the double jab to sneak your feet in. But in this, I mean, you're still kind of doing the same thing. You use the double jab to work yourself in and try to get into your power range. But also, you get that hit stun off.
Exactly. It's all that, as well as seeing if you can bait big shots from your opponent, too. So you can counter them. It's all those things and more. There's versus style.
It's interesting. You know, Crawford, I feel like does a great job right hand forward. But it is what it is. He's like,
6% stamina. 6% stamina return for Crawford there. There's no way versus style got 6% back on that one.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Crawford's more judicious, more accurate. Not that versus style's inaccurate or sloppy, but you know, if Crawford's winning on the scorecards now and he's being more accurate and saving the stamina, that's really bad news for versus style.
It's almost like he's too accurate, right? Like he's waiting too long to find the perfect shots. So it's like he never misses, you know? And as beautiful as that is, that versus style just never seems to miss, his output is much lower.
That's a you know, a trade-off you really got to think about. Now in a 12-round fight, it's not as big a deal, but if you're in an 8-round fight on ranked, you can have great accuracy and tons of stamina, but that's not going to matter if you lose 6 rounds straight up, you know.
And you know, if these guys are playing ranked all the time, maybe you get used to that 8-round fight mentality. Who knows?
I really think so. Like, you have to consciously, nice right hand. You have to consciously remember, hey, I need to adjust my pace. This is not 8 rounds, or at least I think you should.
I mean, it happens to me all the time in UFC. Still, is just, you know, you're playing 3-rounders with your buddies all the time, and then like you get in a rank and forget that you're champion, so you have 5-rounders all of a sudden, and you're just absolutely spent. Speaking of absolutely spent, Crawford throwing lots of punches and moving into that loose foot movement, but still in the orthodox, I don't know. I mean, some guys maybe just fight better out of orthodox. Like maybe easy work just feels more comfortable out of the orthodox position. I don't think Crawford has a huge drop off though.
That's something I got to do more research on, to be honest. What is that drop off? In UFC, it's pretty pronounced unless you got a good switch stance stat or whatever. Not huge, but enough to make a difference. I don't know what it's like in Undisputed, to be honest, because I see a lot of people switch the stance like when I don't think they should. So I'm almost wondering if there should be a bigger penalty or not. But kind of talking out my ass. So.
Baron makes a good point though, and that's kind of I guess why I'm maybe a little confused. Is I've like. I kind of know Versatile to be like a banger a little bit, you know, especially in UFC.
Right.
So like he's taking a lot more time and picking his shots here a little bit more, and maybe it's what's getting him behind in the rounds.
Still got a long way to go. This is just the start of the 6th round. So.
Right. I mean, he can pick it up right now and he'll win this fight. So, you know.
Easy Work's been fighting pretty darn clean. Just as I say that, he misses a couple shots by a mile. But generally, Easy Work's been quite accurate, mixing in power shots with good jab counters like that. Ooh, almost clocked him with a huge overhand right.
Looks like Versatile might have keeped that. Easy Work really likes to start his combinations with that step-off left hook, that left lateral movement left hook, and like. It seems like Versatile has scouted that a little bit, and he lands that power right on it, and he just gets him turning right into it, and it's happened 3 or 4 times this round.
Ooh. Yeah, one thing I like about boxing, about this game, is, oh my gosh, huge shot. He's hurt, and he comes back with his own power shot. Versatile is not scared, but now he's against the rope, taking big damage.
Wow, these guys are throwing!
Holy cow! And he lives, and he lives.
That was absolutely insane right there.
That was awesome. That's making Boilers highlights as well, that little segment right there. That was beautiful work, dude. Do you remember Scott Smith, I believe that was his name, who was so hurt by that liver shot in old school, like Ultimate Fighter UFC?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He fired back when he was, that reminded me of that. Like, it looked like he was about to get knocked out, and he just fired back with everything he had. Versatile did there. Awesome. We got Keith Jardine, Scott Smith call-outs tonight. Like, holy cow.
We'll get all the ancient fighters. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Carl Parisian mentioned in there somehow.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Nah, I miss Carl Parisian. He was a savage. Oh my goodness, what a right hand by Versatile.
The game looked amazing with Verse backed up against the ropes like that. Baron Von Jedi says, yes. That's why I did not fake any of that excitement right there. That was very legit sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Back and forth. Looked really nice.
And you know what? Like, way to stay in that and throw your own stuff back, too. Like, that's huge. I mean, when you rock somebody and then you're like, man, this guy is at least good enough to throw back. In your head, you're thinking like, well, maybe he's not as badly hurt as I thought. Maybe I just got a wobble.
True. You got to think twice for sure.
Din Thomas and Matt Serra. Matt Serra's famous gym, the Serra Longo BJJ and Pizzeria.
Hey,
right? I always feel like that's what it is, right? Is he welcome to Serra Longo's MMA and Pizzeria. My sister out back makes the pizza.
You want a pie? Yeah, shout out to Marab, part of that crew, dude. Baron Von Jedi says he was taught under Din for a little while in Florida. That's freaking awesome.
Right, pasta pizza and jiu-jitsu. That's exactly what I feel like is happening over at Matt Serra's gym.
Nice. 7th round is in the books. Heck of a round. Crawford still getting 5% of his stamina back. I swear, almost the entire night, we didn't see anybody get 5% stamina back on any round. Maybe like once or twice. But Easy Work GG is just so perfectly tuned in with his stamina that he's having some volume. He's doing some damage. He's even throwing a couple power shots, but he's still getting great stamina return in between rounds. That's awesome. That's veteran, and that's champ-worthy stuff right there.
And a lot of guys, too, tonight have been rocking that one perk that beyond round 8, like you get less stamina back. And so, like, just being judicious with it is nice, you know, especially when we came off that one fight. Oh my goodness, what was it? McCaskill and
a female one, yeah.
McCaskill, but McCaskill was, you know, drained by round 5, and that was just like, oh my goodness.
Ooh, nice shot. I would say when your stamina's like at 20%, I think you should slow down and be a little less accurate in this game, to say the least.
Right, instead of it just being like kind of a like a switch, right? Your stamina, and then you have stamina, now you don't. Now you walk slow.
Right. Throw one perfect, super fast and accurate punch, and then you're totally gassed. Just keep doing that over and over. And it's really the accuracy and sloppiness that goes when you get really tired. But anyway, I digress. Hell of a combo right there by Crawford. Both of them are still doing damage. I feel like Easy Work's starting to maybe gain an advantage, but just to say that, Versatile lands a nice couple shots too, man. This is a hell of a fight.
I like it, though. Versatile is starting to open up a little bit more during the exchanges, and he's landing more than one punch at a time, 2-3 punches, because he's always been throwing 2-3 punches at a time. It's just not like he's just not been landing. Partially, I think, like you said, some guys just have weird hitboxes, and Crawford is one of those dudes. When dudes are taller than you, it's hard to hit him.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's something that hopefully they'll improve upon a little bit. Hitboxes being a little bit wonky, but whatever. We're having a hell of a fun time tonight. Easy Works on the right, Versatile on the left. This is our main event. 8th round, almost done here. Big power right hand by Crawford, but look at Crawford's head health. He's taking some damage, no joke. They both have put it on one another. Pretty good here, 8 rounds in.
I do love these combinations by Easy Work, though. I mean, just like they're fluid. They're not hook, you know? Little jab, cross to the body, left hook to the body, right hook to the head. Like,
and they're unique and different. He's not just throwing the same 2 or 3 combos over and over like a lot of dudes do. Nice shot. They're all, you know, each punch is specific and thrown for very, you know, purposefully. He's not just button mashing. Let's just say that.
Not gonna get any complaints in the Discord. Why you hook spam?
Hook spam into the body. What was the latest compy box? I forgot what it was already.
That's a great question. That, you know what? Absolutely 100%. You know, one of these dudes in chat is gonna be like, "You jerks, you jerks." It's this.
Anyone wants to sign up to do ESFL? Nice headshot. Go to our Discord. You can sign up to be a commentator. Also send me a DM. We are actually looking for a couple new commentary members to join our team here in a month or two. So
at least so that I don't have to do both things at once.
Right. Yes. Although, Fecky, you're kicking ass tonight, my man. So.
One special guest appearance, the one time only. But
Once
just for
every
Arctic
5
Warfare.
years. Exactly. Only.
I'll see you guys at Arctic Warfare 2. You know what I'm saying?
All right. 5 years from now. Every 5 years, we'll get you out here.
Exactly. Nice shot by Leonard. I like if Versatile can just, because we don't know what his stamina is, right? But the pace is high enough that I think you can wear Crawford down. Yeah, Crawford is at that point now where by the 3rd punch, he's pretty much gassed. Ooh, nice comebacker with that straight right by Versatile.
Versatile and is he gassed? Is his legs stiff?
No,
like,
I don't think so. I think he just got stuck there. Every once in a while you get stuck. There we go. My
stiff-legged.
Goodness, though. My goodness. 89-82 versus Style. I mean, Easy Work GG as Terrence Crawford.
Oh. I could believe it because let's just say
the
the damage is equal.
Yep.
I feel like Easy Work's just been a lot more accurate. So if that was the tiebreaker, I definitely give it to Easy Work. And in terms of the damage and power, Easy Work might even be a little bit above on that. Versastyle's done a great job hanging in there. But here's the question, is it getting into Versastyle's head right now? Because he did not start this round very well. He's kind of taunting, but he's also taking shots.
And he got double weaved and then jabbed out of nowhere.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like insult to injury.
It's just like, you got to throw something back when he's doing that. You can't just stand there.
Those are the type of mind games, and you're kind of like, huh.
This is where he can do some damage, though. Right here. I mean, both of these guys, when they got the other one stuck against the ropes, it was bad.
Ooh, nice right hand. Doubles up on the hook of the body. Dude, this is definitely the best fight of the night by both guys. Like, both guys, tons of skill, back and forth. I can see what Easy Work's winning.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Now, but
he's got Gumby legs.
That just shows Easy Work is just killing the game with stamina management. Like I said, he was getting 4, 5, 6% stamina regen. Versatile might have only been getting a couple percent at that same time. And Easy Work was still winning on the cards, so that's double whammy.
It's like looking to join the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, be another masterpiece artist. But there you go, one big shot.
Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell.
So maybe you can't get knocked down there once the bell actually rings, because definitely some of those were power shots.
Yeah, after the bell rang, like I thought he was going down for real. Like, that was very lucky by Easy Work, to say the least. Wow, ain't over yet. This fight ain't over yet. 11th round, Peckett. Let's go. Main event. Let's do it. Oh, I thought he was knocked out right there. Ooh.
I'm surprised that Easy Work had that wherewithal to keep those blocks moving in that moment. But here comes another moment.
Oh, beautiful combo. Whap. That was such a nice combo by Easy Work right there. Just, man, Easy Work looks like a real boxer out there. The combos he's throwing, the defense, like making this game look beautiful, showing why he is one of the best eSports, combat sports athletes out there, man. I'm telling you.
Right, was that moment in the corner at the end when he got rocked? Was that his Tyson Fury moment where he's just slipping and blocking? Oh my goodness! Good rock by Easy Work.
And Versastyle's trying to throw back, but he's hitting air and just exposing himself for follow-up shots, but he's not giving up yet. Versastyle's still chucking back. He ain't going down like a punk.
And I like the adjustment. Easy Work seeing that Versatile is trying to load up on something big using the slip mechanics, or not that little duck under mechanic.
Yep.
And he says, well, I'll go to the body, freeze you up, and go to the head. Exactly. Count of 6.
Love it. Easy Work's so good, dude. It's going to be tough to find anyone that can beat him when the real season starts up. Again, to be announced, to be determined. This is just exhibition, but I consider this essentially the championship fight for the exhibition because both these dudes are so good and Easy Work.
He can't miss!
That he is champion caliber.
Wow, Easy Work could not miss at the end there. It was like physically impossible. Had the targeting finder, the Byakugan, lock on, and he just started hitting him nonstop. You just got to keep hitting combinations like that, and you know the stamina difference alone is going to be the end of you.
I think that he's the only one that's done it tonight. Kind of keep that stamina to the end and just unload at the end. When you have tons of stamina, your opponent is flat-footed, and he's been doing it, and it's been paying off.
Maybe what you were alluding to earlier, like he got it in his head. This is the 12-rounder.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not the 8. This is the 12. Gotta. I can literally overwhelm this guy in 2 rounds. When he's, gasping for air. Oh, my goodness. And he goes into his final form, Frieza style. Oh, no. Right? He was, for a second there, he was southpaw, and I thought he was about to freeze a final form.
Nice shot. Easy Work. He's going for that kill right now. sneaking in those body
My
shots.
goodness
So
gracious.
nice, Becky. Woo!
And absolutely swarming him. Double uppercuts to the body, hands come down, left hook and an uppercut to the head, and then goes right back to hooking the body.
I'm telling you, I think the best fighters in the ESFL will be a lot more judicious and careful with their stamina in this game compared to UFC 5.
100%. I mean, if not, at least cognizant of the fact that, like, hey, being low stamina in this game is the death sentence. Like, boom, boom, boom. Just absolutely mauling him! Face down!
That was such good defense by Versatile, but there's no way you could stop it.
My goodness. He just got hung up on the ropes there. Straight up. Just Tom Cruise, eyes wide shut. Like, there was nothing going on there. Sugar Ray Leonard in big, big trouble. Versatile has to do something to keep this man off of him. Oh! But he couldn't! No!
I was just about to say Versatile survives the fight, but I don't know if he's gonna. That's all right. He went out on his freaking shield. Get up! Get up!
Count of 8!
Dead.
Wow.
Hey!
But hey, give it to him that he saw the end. He saw the end.
Respect both you guys. Awesome freaking fight. That was absolutely worthy of the main event. Versus Styles a stud. Easy work though. Holy cow. Can anyone beat easy work? He fought so damn well that fight.
But what a great job by Versatile. Like, there were moments in there where I was like, man, this guy can run away with it just because he's landing really clean shots. I think the clean shots were, like, if we could actually see, we might not be able to see here what the actual stats looked like, but just his strike selection was so impeccable that it's almost like that got in the way of being vicious. And at the end there, you know, Easy Work got the stamina and turned on the switch, you know?
Turned on the switch. He already had done some good damage, was already up on the scorecards. Apparently lost the 5th round, according to the judges here. But he was up 4-1, 5-1. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second. It looks like Versatile is flat-footed. And guess what? He was. And look, 53% to 20% stamina. That's all she wrote, man.
Okay, a little less accurate on power punches than I thought, but is a lot of volume. A lot more volume than I figured. But man,
both the guys were working really well behind the jab. That's I would take it right there. But look at it.
I guess there was definitely more
on the jab.
Yeah. And like, I guess it's just like, you know what? Some of those rocks that I thought were being awarded to Versatile were maybe just being awarded to Crawford. There was a lot of exchanges, right? So
if I had to nitpick a little bit, both these dudes are studs, by the way. So both of them kick my ass. But look at that power punches by Versatile, only 29% accuracy. Don't want to see that.
And that could just, I mean, that could just be attributed to the body work and power punching of Easy Work GG, going to the body early and often, a high number racked up, almost like we're all nearly double, you know. Wow, that was a great way to end the night, huh?
Awesome way to end the night. Awesome way to end the 3rd week of exhibition fights. We're going to take a few weeks off, come back with some UFC 5 in February, so stay tuned for that. But don't worry, we're just getting started with Undisputed. As more and more patches are added, as more fighters are added, we're going to just support it more and more. Full-on season coming later this year. Here's my question, though. Who can beat Easy Work? Damn, I almost want to know who can beat Versatile. Easy Work, man. Who can
I don't
beat
know. Is
Easy
that
Work?
fight of the night,
I
though?
don't know of anybody. I almost want to give it fight of the night. It's definitely performance of the night. Maybe that co-main could actually be fight of the night. I don't know. I'm going to defer to you. This is your first time in the booth in quite some time. Becky, who do you give fight of the night to?
I was baiting you to see if you were just gonna go for the main. I also agree that I think the co-main.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I love
what
it,
a bang.
man. No, this was performance of the night. That's probably the best I've ever seen anybody fight in Undisputed, possibly or damn near.
I mean, it was like borderline theatrical. It looked so pretty. It looked so sharp, so nice. You two put on a great fight.
Yes, shout out. Versatile's no joke. And actually, I think the best sequence of the night, and maybe of the all of ESFL Undisputed ever, was when Versatile was up against the ropes and he was hurt, but he was firing back and he was landing like that.
Oh yeah,
was so
that's
freaking
like going to
awesome.
be on every single ESFL Undisputed trailer of all time, right?
Yes. I'm gonna cut that. Don't worry. I'm gonna put that out there. I'll be like, boss man, we need this on the trailer. So that'll be memorialized forever. It might take a few weeks, but we're gonna get it in there, I promise. So, hell yeah, dude. We did it, feck it. We made it happen. 3.5 hours, but they flew by, no joke. Time flies when you have fun, my man.
Right, if I ever have to do this again, I'll get a camera that works. Yeah. But you know what?
Dude.
We're gonna have people in here. We're gonna get you some pros. You guys don't gotta worry about it. Not at all.
Well, Versatile survived. Shout out to Easy Work. Thanks to all the competitors that came through. Thanks to all the audience. Dedicated ESFL audience. If you missed some or all of this live broadcast, you can find it on our YouTube archive. Beckett, where can people find you?
You find me on Twitch and on YouTube at Feckett. That's it. Fekkett. That's the man.
Easy money. Boiler 569. Where you can find myself. I'm gonna go watch some NFL now. I got a day off tomorrow. We'll see how Bitcoin and Trump coin are gonna do. Yeah, we're in a crazy world these days, but I appreciate everybody coming through. ESFL Undisputed 5. Arctic Warfare's in the books, Feckett.
Arctic Warfare, woo, so chilly.
Have a good one, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Okay.